Hello, everyone. Welcome. This is Gregtech. This is what I've been playing the crap out of while I've been struggling to come out with content because of things that I can't control. So this is a Gregtech stream, and I'm going to be playing that soon. But we need to talk, guys. We need to talk. I have had some it's not working, you know. What I've been doing these past few months it hasn't been working. You know, trying to stick to deadlines and schedules and just all these expectations and stuff. It's not working. So I'll tell you guys what happened. So what sparked all this was yesterday. Some of you may have saw my my Discord. And if you haven't been following that, I encourage you to check it out. That's where I communicate with my viewers most of the time, is through Discord. I'm very active there. Ask anyone. And you can even ask me a question or reach out to me in DMs. You know, at the time of recording this, of course. If this is old, that might have changed. But yeah, at least right now, the way my Discord is, I'm pretty open. I'm pretty available. So yesterday, I lost the video I was working on. I mean, I didn't completely lose it. I will be able to finish it, but I'm going to have to either... the thing of it is, I don't even know the extent of the damage, but the damage was bad enough to where it's definitely going to take at least another week, or at least another few days for me to publish it. And the problem with it is, and the problem with this, it's just kind of like the straw that broke the camel's back for me. With all this stuff that's been going on. Because it took everything I had, all of the willingness I had to finish that and put it out, or get it to a place where I thought it was done. But then when I look back on it after all of that work, I realized that I would have had to redo it. At least pretty much redo half the video, and I just snapped. I kind of had, I'll admit, I had a breakdown. I had kind of a breakdown, a meltdown, a little bit. It was not fun, but it opened my eyes to some issues that I've been kind of ignoring, that I think it's time to address, and it's time to change my attitude towards a lot of things here, especially when it comes to Stellaris, when it comes to my channel. And so what does all this shit mean? Well, in short, I am no longer going to give a flying F about the algorithm, about what I think my viewers want to see, or what expectations they may have for me. Now, I'm not saying you guys can go F yourselves. I'm not saying that. I care about you guys. I do. You guys are great. I love you guys. But this is my channel. Okay? This is my channel. I think I had to realize that, yes. I think yesterday forced me to realize that this is my channel. And I have the right to choose where I want to take this channel and what I want to do on it. I am not obligated to do anything on here. Now, it'd be different maybe if my livelihood, like if my family, if I had dependents and they were depending on the revenue from this channel, and I was in that tough spot. And my heart goes out to guys that are in that spot that don't think that they can change what they're doing because they're so afraid that if they do, they're going to basically be homeless. I don't envy those people. I feel for them. I do. But I'm not in that position. Okay? Yeah, I'm playing Gregtech right now. I mean, I'm at the menu screen. Yeah, I'll show you. I'll move around. Yeah, but yeah, I'm doing it. But I needed to talk about this, guys. I need to have a heart-to-heart with y'all, and a new game plan moving forward. Because, so yeah, that's the deal. This is my channel. At the end of the day, this is my channel, and I'm not in a position, and I'm privileged enough to not have to do this to make a living, to get my revenue. Okay, this does give me a little bit of revenue, but not much. All it does is pay my electric bill, guys. Let's get real. That's all it does. I get free electricity, so I can keep doing this. The other thing too is I no longer give a flying F about how, like I said, the algorithm. I don't care. So I like to stream. I'm passionate about that. I think streaming's fun. I want to stream whatever the hell I want. Okay? And I'll be damned. I don't care what the naysayers say. Okay? I don't care. I enjoy a good stream. I don't enjoy spending hours in an editor to have my work ruined. I don't. Now, I'm still going to do that from time to time, but I don't want to be pressured to do that. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't want to feel obligated to do that. I don't want to do those things out of guilt anymore. I don't want to do anything in my life ever again. If I had it my way, obviously I will. I'll make mistakes, but ideally, I don't ever want to make decisions anymore based on guilt, shame, or fear. And why do I say guilt? Well, I think guilt is imagined harm. Okay, I don't think it's real harm. Now, if I messed up, like with my my veteran video, right? I messed up on that. I made an apology. Okay, I did what I had to do, and I stand by it. I don't regret it. I believed in that. Absolutely. But unless it's something like that, I just need to let go of what other people think. You know, I'm not, and so the other thing I'm done with officially right now, I am done being a Stellaris YouTuber. 100%. I'm not done with Stellaris. Okay, I want to make that clear. I will still make a Stellaris video when I feel like it, but I'm no longer going to give in to pressure or this thing in my head or listen to the voice in my head says, oh, you should make Stellaris so people watch you more. No, I don't care. I'm done. I'm done with that. I'm not going to make Stellaris videos out of guilt and fear. I'm not going to do it. So I'm playing Gregtech right now. That's what I'm doing. Yes, 100%. I am a variety streamer I've always wanted to be. That's what I've always been attracted to. And that's what I want deep down. So I'm going to go for it. Because now it would have been one thing if I had blown up this year and I got everything I wanted, right? I got that 10K, hell, maybe 50K. We might be having a different discussion now, but let's face it. I still got 4,000 subscribers and I'm happy for that, but I've made less revenue than I did 3 or 4 months ago. Now I haven't uploaded, and that's the thing, I haven't uploaded a single video for the past 2 months. And that's been messing with me. So I'm done with it. I'm done with all of it. I'm done with all the fear, guilt, and shame over all the shit. Okay? What I play is what you guys are going to see from now on. I'm not going to hide it. I'm not going to be in the closet about it. I'm going to share with you guys what I'm doing. And if I feel like doing a video on the game I'm playing, I'm going to do it. Numbers be damned. And, you know, that's it. That's most of what I wanted to say here. I wanted to say that I am not a Stellaris YouTuber. I never have been. It just, I fell into it. I fell into it and I kept getting good numbers and, you know, so I followed the numbers. And that worked for a while, but now, honestly, I believe I'm talented enough. Not being arrogant there or being, you know, I say that with the most humility that I can muster. But I am definitely more talented now than I was. I feel better than I did. A lot of the problems that I had that kept me from making great content are out of the way. despite what my editor did to me yesterday, I do believe it's better than what I was using before. And I see a lot of potential in it. And so, you know, I think that's why I want people to watch me. I don't want people to watch me because of the game I'm playing. I want people to watch me because of me. And if they, you know, those people that will off-click on me, off of me, or unsub simply because I'm not covering Stellaris every single day, 24/7, have a nice life. You know, have a nice life. That's great, man. I hope you come back. I do. I mean that sincerely. You might think I'm just saying another. I'm just saying another version of "go f yourself." No, you know, the dark side of me wants to say that, but no. Let's get real here. No, I appreciate your guys' time. If you have to leave, I appreciate your time. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you come back. Maybe, you know, maybe your expectations will change down the road. To those people that are going to do that after I say this. And after I start doing what I'm going to do. Does that mean I'm not going to finish my current Stellaris project? Oh, of course not. I'm going to work on it, but I'm going to work on it at my pace. I'm going to work on it, you know, when it's done. That's going to be my approach to Stellaris from now on. I'm not obligated to Stellaris anymore. So when I feel like doing Stellaris, I'll do Stellaris. When I feel like doing something else, I'll do something else. I think I have more than enough Stellaris content right now for any new guy to plug in and just get, hell, hundreds of hours of content. I think I've done my job, man. Honestly, if that's not enough for you after that, I don't know what to tell you, man. Like, really, have I not really fleshed out Stellaris? I think I can move on now. You know what I mean? Yeah, they got new content, and look, I like the new content. But see, here's another part about Stellaris. I'm going to come clean on with you guys. I was talking this with a viewer the other day. Stellaris doesn't make me happy. It doesn't. I don't enjoy Stellaris as much as I enjoy playing the other games. Sometimes I do. Yeah, and I appreciate you for not having expectations. And any of you viewers that have been with me since the beginning, you just like me for me, I love you guys. I love you 100%. I'm like that guy, the Walmart store clerk in Idiocracy. Welcome, I love you. I am that guy. I am that guy for you, man. You know, I love you guys. Thank you for sticking with me, man. And that's really what it's about. That's the kind of, see, I don't think it's just about the numbers and who watches or how many people watch my channel. I think it matters who watches my channel. I think the quality of my viewers matters. And the quality of the viewers that I attract, the kind of viewers that I attract. I don't want to attract everybody on this planet. Okay? You know, I don't mind attracting a lot of people, but, like, I think it needs to be for the right reasons. Because, obviously, if I attracted everybody on the planet, I'd be in a lot of trouble. Because there's some people that I don't want attention from, right? So, I just need to be grateful for what I have. And I can't really do that when I have all these expectations, these deadlines, you know, all the you know, lack of satisfaction and all that stuff. I just get so in my head about it. You can say, well, stop doing that. Well, with the snap of my fingers, easier said than done, man. You know, why don't we just have an easier way? Why don't we just make it a little easier and just not do it at all? And just be done with it, you know? So yeah, guys, from now on, I'm gonna stream a lot more. I like to stream, okay? I do. When I'm up to it, and I'm not, you know, I'm no expectations on either side. I'm not gonna expect myself to necessarily have to stream if I don't want to stream deep down, and I don't, and I'm not going to listen to anybody that has the attitude of expecting me. I'm not going to pay attention to anyone's expectations of me. being on a schedule, whatever. And if they have a problem with my consistency, man, well, I guess I'm not the channel for you. Now, I'd love to see the day where I'm more consistent. Absolutely. I do want that. I do want to be more consistent. But it's just not happening right now. The other thing, too, is I'm about to go to America. And it's very obvious that I'm not going to get all the goals that I wanted for this channel done by the time I go back there. So at the very least, I really do think I'm done focusing hard on video and short making until, well, I have to go back to America. I have to go back, bro. I don't want to. Believe me, I don't want to. If you really want my honest opinion, no, I'd rather stay here. Though I do want to see my family. That's the other thing, too. I am going to see my family, and I do need to see them. So, but yeah, if I could get away with it, I would stay here, 100%. But I can't because I have certain benefits, and I won't qualify for them if I don't stay in the U.S. for at least a month. That's what professionals told me. So, professionals, tax lawyers, that kind of shit. And that's generally how it works. I've heard that from multiple people. You have to be in the U.S. for a certain amount of time every year. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. And by the way, happy Memorial Day. If I'm late, that's fine. And shout out to all my brothers in arms out there. The Tsar Day. We get one day a year, right? We get one day a year. One day. That's fine. That's all we need. That's all we need.
Get Veterans Day.
Well, we get Memorial Day, we get Veterans Day. Well, I guess technically I don't qualify for Memorial Day because I'm not dead, but when I die, I will. So I am and I'm not. It's kind of half, I don't fully qualify, but yeah. I know my uncle does. My uncle, rest his soul, he's buried in Arlington right now. So he definitely qualifies for this holiday. For sure. He was tragically killed in a bicycle accident out of nowhere. He had his whole life ahead of him. He was in his middle age, like I am now. And he was basically on track to retiring with a lot of benefits. A lot. And, yeah. And he had a really good life, and suddenly some asshole in a car drove up behind him 60 miles an hour, wasn't watching where they were going for some reason, and rear-ended him on his bicycle. Yeah, going 60 on a dirt gravel road. Okay. Well, that was about 12 years ago. That thoroughly devastated the family on both my mom and my dad's side. We both sides love this man. His name is Paul, and the other thing too, I really wish you could have seen me now. Hey, how's it going, my friend? You're my friend in Vietnam, right? I think. Yeah, man. Now this happened like 12 years ago, I think. It happened the year that I started getting my life together. So he never really saw me with my life together, which kind of a burn to me, but Thanks, man. Appreciate it. I think you said support my channel. Yeah, absolutely. Look, like I said, yeah, and I see you guys that are hopping on right now, man. You're the kind of viewer I want. You don't give a shit what I'm playing. You just want to hang out with me. I love that. So let's do that. And you know what? If it doesn't make me any money, it doesn't make me any money. Then I wasn't meant to. Maybe I'm not meant to enjoy messing talking crap. I enjoy back and forth conversation, discussion with people that I haven't met. I'm a very gregarious, outgoing person at heart. I lived like an introvert for many years, but those days are over. Okay? It's time to be who I was meant to be. I would dare say an entertainment personality, but not in the traditional sense, right? I'm not a dancing monkey, but I do like to entertain. I do like to have a good time. I do strive and dream of being the life of the party, man. Without all the booze, because I don't drink. But other than that, yeah. Hey, it's fine, man. I don't mind whatever you guys want to do, man. However you want to, if you want to invest in my channel, that's great. I really appreciate it. And I try to take care of you guys. If you're a member, I don't know if any of my members left or not, or if they're going to leave over this. That's fine. But if you're a member, yeah, I will still try to create a backlog if I can. Like I said, I will do what I can, but I'm not holding myself to any standard anymore, and I'm just doing what I feel like doing. And and if that makes people leave, that makes people leave. If they stay, they stay. Honestly, my attitude, I would join someone's channel if I just liked them. I would give them my money just because I like them. I've done it. So I don't even think really, yeah, it does create incentive. It does help the numbers or the amount of members you get, but I think people would still be a member of your channel just because they want to. They're not really getting anything out of it. They're just being nice, or they're just being cool, And like I said, I don't e-beg, so it's like, it's not a big deal. It's really not. I think I've been making a much bigger deal about this shit than it really is. Yeah, man. Well, thanks, dude. I appreciate it. So, yeah, I mean, no, this looks like Minecraft, guys, and technically it is Minecraft, but believe me, bro, this is not Minecraft. This is modded Minecraft, and this is not modded Minecraft. This is Gregtech. Gregtech, you know what? And now that I've said my piece there, and if you got any questions about that, let me know in the comments. Ask me, I'll be happy to answer them. But we're going to move on to the gameplay now and to Gregtech. So from here on out, guys, as far as Stellaris is concerned, it's been a good run. But I'm checking out of the tag, okay? And I'm going to go do what I want now. And that does mean I will still make Stellaris videos, but on my terms and on my timeline and when I feel like it. So if I feel like playing Stellaris, I'll stream Stellaris. I'll put up the show and everything. I'll let you know, but don't expect it. Same with Gregtech. I might get bored with Gregtech and I go to Satisfactory. I'll start streaming Satisfactory. I'm not going to feel any guilt, fear, or shame about it. And I don't want to hear it. Yeah, it's Gregtech is a challenge of the soul. I gotta say, Gregtech will challenge your soul, man. It is. Gregtech is like the Dark Souls of automation games, dude. I don't say that lightly, man. I have played Satisfactory most of the way through, to the point to where I really did beat the game. I just got bored. Okay, when I stop automation games, it's just because I get bored. Or I just kind of something else catches my interest. I have the attention span of a fly. So, I mean, it is what it is. But I know a lot about Satisfactory, Yeah, hell. And you know what? If I get a wild hair up my butt and I want to try Crusader Kings 3 again because I didn't have a bad experience, I'll go do that. Absolutely. And hell, I might play it just because you wanted me to. The sky's the limit, man. But that's it. I want freedom. But Gregtech, back to Gregtech. This is like the Dark Souls or the RL craft of our automation games. This is the RL craft of tech mods, for those of you that know modded Minecraft. This is not like any tech mod you've ever played. This thing is nuts. It is nuts. Mind-bogglingly nuts. This is the most, probably, I think the most I could ever be challenged in any automation game. Pardon me for hitting the mic there. So, let's get started. Oh, and by the way, guys, I am an effing noob. I am not experienced at this at all. I have done everything wrong. I'll tell you what, though, I could make a video about it right now, and if I were to make a video about it, I would pitch it to you guys like this. This is how it would start. I want to ask everybody a question when it comes to Gregtech. What do you think is the most important resource in Gregtech? I'll wait. You know, it's iron. Nah. Nope. Good choice, but no. It's copper. Copper's an even better choice, right? We all know how anybody that's played Gregtech will tell you, copper, you guzzle that like it's air. Okay? Like you breathe air. Okay? You're running through copper, at least in the beginning. Like dirt, okay, that's a good one. Keep it going. You're all wrong. Those are all wrong, but I mean, you know, I'll cut to the chase. I'll cut the bullshit here. What is the most important resource in Gregtech? The most important resource in Gregtech is time. Time. Time, because yeah, you are basically spending lots and lots of time already. So you can't really afford to waste a lot of time when you don't have to. Everything that you can do, it's kind of like how movement speed is the most important leveling stat in an MMO. You know, for those of you that played MMOs, you know what I'm talking about. A lot of you do. Time, it's like that with time in Gregcraft or Gregtech. Time, in fact, in all automation games, just about any game like that, building automation game, and that's kind of, yeah, time is the most important resource. You can't get that back, and you got to spend it wisely, and you can really waste it in Gregtech if you don't know what you're doing. So I guess what I'm working on right now, keeping this in mind, yeah, I've kind of had to change how I do things in Gregtech as well as my channel, because up until this point, I've been playing Gregtech pretty reactionary, and I think those days are over. So, and I actually am going to take what I'm going to do in Gregtech here to every automation game I play, where it is basically production lines. You need to figure out what are you constantly needing a lot of, right? Other than just basic resources like copper, iron, those don't count. I'm talking about what items are you constantly making. Like, I'm constantly making robot arms. I'm constantly making circuits. I'm constantly making motors, right? For those of you that know Gregtech. Constantly. Now, that might change as the game progresses, but right now, my stage of the game, I don't see that as stopping anytime soon. So, it wastes a lot of time. Every second I spend not having that completely fully automated is enormous amounts of time that I'm wasting. So again, time is a resource, right? You gotta look at time as a resource in a game like this. So what I've decided to do about that is do not collect Go, do not pass Go, do not collect $200. Let's get every single thing that we need shitloads of, like circuits, and like motors, and those basic things, conveyor belts. You know, I can't make all these machines without conveyor belts, without fluid pumps, without all that stuff. So we need that. Basically, and no, what I want to do, I did this something similar in Satisfactory. It worked very well. Basically, factory boxes, where, that's what I'm doing here. I'm going to enclose this in a box where there's an input and an output. Okay, you throw the items in. You know, all these machines work together, and then they spit out the product. You know, they spit out that thing that you're using constantly, and you know that you need more resources when it runs out. And as long as you've got resources for it, you've got an endless supply of it. And I realized that you can actually do this even without the machines. You can have a room. You can start by having this just be a room where you have just the materials for that item, and you grab those materials, and when you don't have them, then you know that you need to go out and get more, you know? So it also focuses me. It makes me real, you know, it clearly tells me what I need to do next. So, anyway. So I'm going to dial it back a little bit here and relax, guys. I think I've said my piece. That's kind of another thing. You know, I'm going to drop my expectations of me having to constantly throw out stimulus and talk and whatever. Especially if no one's chatting. So, the other thing I'm going to do, guys, I want to say one more thing. The other reason I'm going to do things this way is instead of making videos off stream, I'll just mute the stream. I'll download it, mute it in the editor, or strip the audio, and then I'll just make a video out of that. Why not? You know? And I'll pick out key moments and things like that. Maybe have some voiceover, or I will keep the audio and then I'll cut out shorts for it. So, I mean, I said I was going to do that before, so I think I can still do that. Like I said, I think what I needed here, guys, is an attitude adjustment towards a lot of things. By the way, it's been about a week and a half now that I have not had those disgusting carnivore cramps that you hear about and that I've been having. Yeah, and like I said, I don't expect, see, this is all about expectations. I don't expect you guys to chat. You chat if you want to, it's great if you do, but I gotta be okay if you don't, right? So, but I definitely am not gonna be a dancing monkey and just talk for when there's nothing to talk about, you know? Anyway. So I think I've got these blocks on me I was going to build with. Now, I made a F-ton of circuits here. Okay, we got about 100. Okay. Carnivore crabs, cramps. So muscle cramps, that kind of thing. So muscle cramps have been plaguing me this entire year. But they started getting really bad these past 2 months. I was having a lot of indigestion, but I had to simply eat, drink, and sleep differently than I ever had before. The way I was doing it in the past was no longer working for me. So what I do now, and this is basically, you know, reduced the cramps to zero virtually, is I make sure that I drink water before I eat, and don't drink too much afterwards. And if I'm go to sleep, to make sure that I eat and that I hydrate myself first. And that has so far done the trick. So far so good. We'll see what happens. You know, I thought I was done before, but then, you know, they would come back. But yeah. So just a lot of weird health problems that, you know, I think were residual from when I wasn't carnivore. The damage I did to my digestive system when I wasn't carnivore, and had all that fiber running through me and stuff, was probably pretty bad. I mean, I could tell. So anyway, So we're just going to go ahead and try to finish this wall here. You see, I might need a scaffold. Actually, I could do this. How you doing, Duck? By the way, Duck's with me today.
All right.
Me and Duck play this together. Duck's my mom, and we're gonna see each other in person shortly. I'm looking forward to that. But I have this clipboard. I'll show you guys. This is my plan. So I got 10. So I built the fluid extractor. We got to build the assembler, the MV assembler. I think I can already do it. I just wanted to finish this room first. We got copper. And then with that, we got to pipe in oxygen. And we got to make 2 wire mills. We got to make and all these have to be MV. That's the problem. Because part of me wants to make them LV because they're cheaper, but the problem with that is I would need a transformer for all that shit, and I don't really want to get that complicated. Plus, the MV machines are simply better. They are better, and they are worth it if I can run them. And I have benzene, so I'm definitely gonna run the benzene up here and supply these new MV machines with the benzene for that as well, for that action. I'll show you guys my power room soon, or my fuel room, where I generate all my fuel and stuff. So we got make the arc furnace. Let's see. So we do need refined glue and so assembler number 5. Number 5 means that's the circuit number. So I need make another assembler. I need to make an alloy smelter, another wire mill. I probably should write up the numbers of the machines I need to make and then make them. Now I am going to need a transformer for the circuit assembler because I'm not an HV yet, and I would need to be an HV to do the advanced circuit assembler. It's kind of weird like that. So, and then I need another assembler. With let's see, pulp planks. Let's see, those are just the resources I'll need for the machines. So I'll need to make a bender, probably another assembler. I'll need to pipe up polyethylene, and you know what, guys? I am going to pause this briefly. I got a phone call. I'll be right back. I'm going to go ahead and mute it real quick. All right, guys, I'm back. That was about 5 or 10 minutes. I appreciate you guys sticking by. And yeah, so let's get back to this clipboard here. By the way, how you doing, Duck?
All right.
Yeah, so we got a lot of machines to make, but I guarantee you guys, when we are done with these machines, boy, are we going to save a lot of time. And I think the tough thing about doing things this way is the preparation takes a long time, but once you're done, oh man, like, yeah, you're saving a lot of time. So I think I'll just leave it like this for now. I want to start working on these machines. So we have, right now we have the fluid extractor, high voltage tanks, which are amazing, by the way. I love these high voltage tanks. So, let's see. Where's my chat? I have my chat somewhere. Okay, I guess here. Well, you know, I normally wouldn't have taken the call, but I hadn't talked to that guy in a while, and I hadn't talked to that person in a while, and I thought that, yeah, it was kind of appropriate. So, like, Slickstream. Very refreshing. Okay, there we go. So, alright. Oh, that's cool. So I can track it here. So, where's the chat? Where's the chat for this? That's weird. I'm trying to find the pop-out chat for OBS. I like it being in my OBS, but that's okay. I'll just track it on the page. All right. So that's where we're at. So the next thing we need to do. So we need to make an MV assembler. Let's get back on track here. So the advanced assembly machine. So we have, oops, gotta go here. Oh yeah, we were doing some stupid shit with the ore processing room, which is in bad shape right now. It badly needs to get upgraded. Yeah, honestly, I don't give a shit about any of this stuff. Get out of my inventory. Okay, so we're gonna come here. Hello, Duck. I'm gonna take all your stuff.
Hello.
Just kidding. Here, I'll
already took all my stuff.
So, what are you working on right now? What are you taking?
Some tin plates and some
Okay.
glass panes.
All right, that's not okay. Over here, that's right. That's right. I left my stuff here, so I'm gonna grab this. Now we can start making stuff. But I actually do need to come over here. This is kind of my zone here. Craft things. Okay, so machine halls. I need to make the MV circuits. I'm pretty sure I don't have any. Yeah, so that's actually what I think I was working on overall. Let's make sure we didn't anything important. Now, I left my tools in here. I probably do not want to do that. So okay, there's my electronic circuits. We got copper cables. That in there. Let's see. Okay, the machine hall. Alright, so we just need robot arms. The motors. And we need the rods. So we need those rods. And we're gonna come over here to our robot arm making machine. And we're gonna throw this stuff in. Alright. And... what am I missing? Oh, I'm missing a good circuit. Wow, it costs a good circuit. That sucks. That's expensive as hell. That's okay. So... can't be helped. Grab that here. Go into... so I completed a quest. That's cool. And... so we need to get this out of here. Come on, dude. Oops. There we go. Alright. So we got another, and plus we got another quest, so that's cool. So we're actually progressing today, guys. We're actually progressing. This is very nice. So how much, what are we looking at on time here? Okay, it's immense. I have no desire to stop streaming right now, so. Okay, so let's look at the clipboard. What's the next thing here? Oxygen. So wire mill times 2. So we need to go. Oh, we can make that also. Let's do that. Bam. And now we need to make another one. We're probably going to be out of something. Okay, motors. So we need to make more motors. In fact, definitely probably want to make a motor factory, but yeah, that's a pump. I want the pump. So I think we just have copper wires here. Ah, we have rods. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Let's go. Let's go. Look at that. Look at those motors. Motors are going. We got 9. Okay. So we need more copper nickel now. I think nickel will be a problem at some point, and we will probably need to address it. Oh, we also have the ingot. Let's go ahead and put that steel away. Let's make sure there's nothing in here that we don't need. That can go back. So plate, that can go back. That can go back. Let's see here. All this other stuff I want. And okay. Hey, Duck.
Yeah.
So, if you are, when you are bored and you need something to do, you can always mine copper. I will never have a problem with you mining copper, ever. Okay. We will need copper until the end of time. I've only been to 2 ages so far, and I can already see that we will never stop needing copper. In Gregtech, you never stop needing copper. It's actually more important than iron. It's more important than anything else. I based on the videos I've watched too about this, that have been helping me learn how to do this. Of course, I'm going to put it in my own words and put my own spin on it, but yeah, I'll condense it down, which I've already been doing, but yeah. So for sure. So copper, nickel, do that. That in there. Some of those as well. Oh, hey, we got some red alloys, cool. And we're just gonna basically think we have it on 2. What the hell does this thing require? Yeah, I need the actual recipe, please. Okay, so that is a ×2. So we have that on 2, and we're gonna throw these suckers in here. So we have an F-ton of circuits. Ah, we're out of molten tin. Interesting. Okay, so we'll take care of that real quick. We do need to get that. We do need to get this out of here. You know what? Throw another one too. Oh, there's molten tin in here already. Okay. So we'll just. Oops. This is my molten fluid processing area, my molten metal processing that I've started here. I probably need to move this over to the new area, but I had this over here because I mistakenly thought that I could automate ore berries, but you fucking can't. Thanks for letting me know in advance, Gregtech, before I spent hours setting that up. I appreciate it. Yeah, this game's brutal, guys. This game is 100% brutal. Absolutely is. This game will brutalize you if you don't know what you're doing. If you're one of those guys that just likes to figure it out as you go, oh man, be prepared for some pain, dude. Oh my god, I certainly did. It was painful for me, guys, because I took that approach, man. I took the just figure it out as I go approach. Oh man. I think this is actually one of those 2 games where you really do need to do some research before you start playing it. Because, oh man, dude. Oh man. Ugh. I got stories. Though, I think the light at the end of the tunnel here is, though, that whoa, that's a lot of resistors. Oh, let's go. Look at this. I'm snowballing, guys. Alright, let's throw those in there. And I got an MV conveyor, so it's going to be faster. Okay. Lot of tin. Alright. Unfortunately, I can't make this thing go any faster. But I'm just gonna let that ride while I build these machines. So I made a wire mill. What do I need for the next one? Oh, I need motors. I had copper cables. Oh, I threw them in the motor. See, this is why I need to just have the whole thing automated. Because otherwise I'm bouncing around, wasting time doing this. So we have copper wires here. We'll go ahead and turn those into cables. Take that. By the way, guys, for those of you that are new to Gregtech, I basically have evolved to not work with anything less or more than 8 times cables. The reason for that is because generally whatever you've got going on is not going to take more than 8 amps. You know. And you need those 8 amps so that it doesn't burn out. So it just takes the guesswork out of things. But obviously, they're expensive, but they're not nearly as expensive as the 16 times. The 16 times is ridiculous. One, you're not even probably ever going to use that much amperage. And if you do, you need to disconnect it and start a new line anyway. So that's kind of my reasoning of how I settled with 8. I used to do ×4. I don't anymore because those have burned out. But this is basically, within reason, it's almost guaranteed to not burn out, you know, if you're working with 8 times. So, and you generally aren't going to have more than 8 machines on average working together at once, especially at the same time. So there's really no chance of it burning out. And then also, you know, it's going to get the power that it needs. Also, I think with just one of these cables, we only need to make one MV input bus for the blast furnace, and to get into HV, or to get it to HV power. So that's a cool thing there. So we got this, and so we're gonna slap that on there. Let's see. Oh yeah, this needs more red alloy wires. We'll do that. Speaking of which, is there any... No, it looks like I need to make more. But I will let that ride for a little bit. You know what? I think I'm going to be lazy and just, like, throw these in here anyway. And even if this processes them at times 2, I'll just split them into times 1 afterwards. Easily in my handcrafting inventory. You know what? I think I'll do the same for the naileds too. I'll just run all that through there. Hell, you know what I might do? You know what I probably should do? I should just make everything 8 times and then just break it down in my hand inventory if I need more. That's probably what I'm going to end up doing, most likely. So, cable here. So what did... So on the red wire... Oh, that's right. I need the cable for the wire mill. There we go. Alright, so... we got the wire mill. Great. Oh. Wow, I have 3 wire mills now, but I'm pretty sure I was going to need 3 anyway, so hopefully I didn't make an extra wire mill for no reason. Like, I'm pretty sure this next page, yeah, we're going to need another one anyway, so. Now we need an MV arc furnace. Not sure if we're going to be able to make that or not, but we're going to try. So let's go ahead and see what it is. So, advanced arc furnace. So this looks doable. Yeah, this looks totally doable. Graphite cell. Oh, that's easy. Let's see, we got a canner. Yep. Get graphite dust. We'll just take care of that right now. So... graphite dust, it's over here. It's pretty sure, yeah, I got some of that here. Oh, by the way, we got all these cool gems. And actually, I'm going to have to ship this off. Now, this is another cool thing. This dolly, man. Oh my god, this is my jam. This dolly is an amazing... It's probably the most amazing tool in Gregtech. Gotta be honest. At least until I can... Now, why am... Oh, wait, I've got a ball and chain because I've got the dolly on. Okay. Check this out. So, just pop that there. That's empty, so we'll just slap that on there. And it's going to start draining out all that stuff into this system here. This is like a poor man's... it's definitely not an ME system, but it's definitely a better... I've got to unfuck it, but once I have this the way I want it, basically, that's another way of saving time when it comes to all these items. I'm basically putting items in 2 main categories. One is useful all the time, and the other is junk. It's one of those 2 things. Because I'm not going to waste time anymore with items that I think I might use sometime down the road. No, they're all going to get shipped off in the boxes and taken up here to deep storage, where I'm never going to look at them again. Unless I'm there to drop off more deep storage. I'm not going to throw them away. In fact, it's even hard to throw shit away in this mod pack. You know? I was like, okay, I'm just going to macer... I really wish they made the macerators so that they just destroyed it if they couldn't macerate it. And the recycler doesn't give you any resources back. It's just a trash can. So yeah, so we got the graphite dust. So we have an empty cell. So we need to go to the canner, which is over here. Oh, this place is just a disorganized mess, ain't it? That's all right. We're gonna get. We'll see. I didn't know, right? I didn't know about how to organize these things well. So I've been evolving, but it's much easier to build something new than to tear something down. I have kind of experience so far. But especially in Gregtech, it is better to tear something down than start over from scratch. So we have the graphite cell. Alright. We need the 4 times copper cable. So I don't know if I have those or not. Let's check. I might have made some by accident, but I don't think I made enough. Nope. By the way, the T function is amazing, but it does not have enough range. Alright, so we'll look at these copper wires. Okay. There we go. And we should be able to coat that in rubber. Yeah, knowing is half the battle of saving time in Gregtech. I'll be right back. I actually think I need to take care of something real quick here. Oh yeah, okay. So definitely gonna need a bigger container. I got food in the slow cooker I need to put in the fridge. Yeah, I actually have a wireless headset, so you guys may hear me, you may not. My reception might be bad because I'm in my kitchen. That's okay. We'll take care of this real quick, and I think I'm going to take a few bites here because I do need to get something in my stomach, so give me a second here. I'm about to have a juicy steak, guys. Hopefully it's going to taste nice. That's all right. That's definitely all right. I'm going to mute real quick while I eat, so don't hear it. Be right back. Okay, I'm back, guys.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Why did my JEI disappear, and how do I fix it?
So hit F1 and try that, and then now if you hit F1 and everything disappears, then that wasn't the thing you should do, and hit F1 again. If you're referring to your bookmarks, there's a bookmark tab at the bottom left corner of the screen. Other than that, I'm not sure.
I don't know. It just like all of a sudden
if the
I
JEI,
don't have a JEI.
If the JEI disappears,
Yeah.
there's a hotkey to turn it off, which I think I disabled. But if you go to categories on the controls, see what. So let's see, COF. So I'm gonna look down at these different mods.
Something I hate is like something weird happens. I have no idea what I did to initiate it, and I don't know how to fix it. It just
Let's see here. Wow. Thought I could find it, but it doesn't seem to be here. You god damn it, son of a. Hold on, this thing's being dumb. So, I think it was. No. Alright, so I don't remember. I think there was a key that you hit when you're in your inventory that let's see, commands. No, that doesn't. Tools, no. Key bindings. Okay. Oh. Usage back to last ingredient enchantments, previous item, previous machine. Oh, toggle NEI visibility. Press O. Did you press O when you're in your inventory?
Yeah, that worked. I must have done that by accident.
Yeah, in fact,
I pressed O. Yeah, and it came back up.
I'm turning that the hell off. Oh, that's dumb. Why did it escape? Okay, I'm gonna go. Hey, NEI visibility. Gosh, it's like make it fucking get numlock. Yeah, make it numlock. The most out of the way thing that I can't press. You know what I mean? I think, yeah, that I would never want to press for any reason. So yeah. So I would set that off of...
I don't know how I ended up pressing O.
Yeah. Alright, well... Alright, we're back at it again. So, where are we at? So we're at the arc furnace. That's right. We're trying to build the arc furnace. Do we have the stuff? We need the good circuits. Are those in here? Where were those? Or did we use them all? Maybe we used them all. If we did, then we probably need to make some more. But let's go ahead and make sure that we didn't, we don't still have some. So, I guess we'll check there last time. But I think we did use them all. Yeah, okay. So here's what we're gonna do. We made a ton of these circuits, like almost 2 stacks, so we're gonna kind of transition to making the good circuits now. I want to go ahead and do this. Bam. See that? Actually, I want to see if I can make a little bit more circuits before I leave, or before I change over. So, where's the good circuits? I know they're here somewhere. Wow, I don't have them bookmarked? Really? Okay. Well, there we go. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I don't need to do that. Go away. This one, circuit assembler. We want the tin recipe, and so that's the one that we'll go after. So good circuits are going to be something we may need to look at getting better at making. So good circuit boards. I guess we need a chemical reactor. We need to do that. I really don't feel like doing that right now. I mean, the thing of it is, though, that is going to save us a lot more gold. That's the thing. But we got to do this. We got to make sodium persulfate, I think, is what we need to do next. I really don't want to. It looks like a real pain in the butt recipe, but I think we're gonna have to, because we can't be running through gold like that. So I think we need to bite the bullet and do this. So let's actually get our clipboard out. So the first step here, so that's in the electrolyzer, and then so salt with sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid is the thing that annoys the hell out of me, that I have to make it. Hydrochloric acid, so that seems to be the only way. So how do we know? So sulfuric acid is the pain in the butt thing that I don't want to make, but I'm gonna have to make. So zinc sulfate dust, so that's one way we could do it, or we could just do the trioxide thing. So so we basically need to do, water with sulfur trioxide. So how do we make sulfur trioxide? Oxygen, sulfur dioxide in the chemical reactors. So we need like 5 chemical reactors. It's just ridiculous. This chain is absolutely ridiculous. I hate it. I don't want to make it. I really don't. I think I will do what I have to do to make the automated circuits, but the thing of it is, though, maybe I should switch to doing this. But I'm already kind of made that setup already. I think I'll just do that. Well, actually, I think I need to do both. Yeah, I'm going to need to do both. So sulfur plus oxygen is sulfur dioxide. Okay, so that's where we're going to start. Okay, so the input is sulfur. Pipe with the oxygen in a chemical reactor. So definitely need to make an MV version of that. Now, hydrogen sulfide cell with oxygen. So there is that also. That's the other thing we could do. Though hydrogen sulfide is going to be harder to make because it requires oil, but this recipe, this recipe is definitely doable long term. So I actually would rather do this at the base level. Now I'm also going to have these recipes also, because why not? We could have oxygen here. This actually would be a decent one. So we'll go ahead and save that recipe as well. I mean, I don't really know what the difference is between all this stuff, so... Oh, yeah, we got the hydrogen sulfide. Okay. Oxygen. Okay. This might be a good one, because this basically gives you the can, so that's an alternative also. This one, I don't really like that one. I like all those empty cans. I don't want those. You know, chloride cell? What? Well, that's some weird stuff. Okay.
Well, I think I need to quit for the night. So
okay.
I'll be back.
Now, cool thing is, if we did... have a good night, Duck, by the way. Oh, now,
okay.
What did you do while you were here?
I worked on some bee stuff and some food, and... Yeah, I'm tired. I gotta go to bed. It's almost 11 o'clock.
Alright, have a good one. Let me see if my friend is on. It says I'm streaming Gregtech. Let's see here. Well, I'm interested in this blast furnace recipe. This might be cool. Wow. Whoa. Okay. What? Oh, roasted zinc. I'd rather use that for manganese. Cobaltite, roasted coal. Ooh. This is interesting. Arsenic dust. Man, I'm thinking about doing this in the EBF. But I would need to mess with the output, though. The output's going to be weird because it's, you know, output in liquid. So I don't know how to do that. But definitely need to keep this in mind for future reference. Because that's a lot of sulfur dioxide here. Alright. But I think for now we basically got our basic recipe there. Yeah, we got The where is it? Yeah, that one. Not that one. Where the dude? What did it not save what I wrote? It didn't save what I wrote down. That fucking piece of shit. Yeah. So I'll do this again. There. Here we go. All right. So if nothing else, we got that recipe to fall back on. So we'll just start there, and then if we want to get more complicated from there, we'll get more complicated. All right. So gonna go. All right. So I can erase all this crap. This is old stuff. These are old notes I had. Oh yeah, I'll tell her you said hi. So we're trying to make an arc furnace right now, but we're doing that so we can make basically a circuit production chain, a basic circuit production chain, and a good circuit production chain also, but at least a regular circuit, because that, you know. And I want it fully automated, like basically as automated as where basically you just stick the resources in there, the basic resources, you throw copper in there, you throw the basic required stuff in there, you pipe that in there, and it runs and runs and runs until you are completely out of that resource. You know what I mean? or you're out of what you put in there. So like I could just grab a whole bunch of stacks of copper, throw that in there, a whole bunch of stacks of this, throw that in there, and I've already got the fluids piped. I'm already working the fluids, you know, that they're connected to big tanks, and it just runs and runs and runs and just produces and produces, as long as it's got power and it's got resources. And I don't have to do any of this shuffling around, moving around, throwing stuff in and out of chests. I don't have to do any of that crap. That's what I'm trying to avoid. So that's what I'm trying to solve. Okay, so chem reactor, sulfur dust, oxygen. And so, actually I want to type it here so I don't get confused. Okay. And then, so the next recipe from that, so sulfur dioxide. So we have sulfur trioxide is oxygen cell and sulfur dioxide. Now, mixture dark cloud. Oh no. Care about that. That's, yeah, okay. Don't need to do that. So we just need to do the other chemical. So we can either do this as a can, so we'll save that. And then, you know, sulfur trioxide. And, or we could do this as, I think I'd rather pipe in the oxygen and deliver the can. I think that might be what I want to do. We'll go back to that. Or just make the liquid. So this is the liquid. That's the can, the liquid. That. And then that's the sulfur as a liquid. That's that. So I think we are gonna. So we'll have. So it'll produce as a liquid. So we need to. The can would be an extra step. So we need to do this recipe with oxygen added, as it can. So that's so Gregtech makes you learn an engineering and logistics degree. My scatterbrain skull could not stay focused. It actually teaches you to be focused, man, because it punishes you when you're not. 100%. I 100% agree with you. I can identify with that. I'm pretty scatterbrained too and get distracted easily. I just say no as much as I can to distractions as much as I can. As much as I can. It's, you know, never going to be perfect. So, oxygen cans. So another chem reactor, okay. Oxygen cans plus sulfur dioxide. Dioxide. Okay, so that's the next step there in the chain. So now that it's going to make sulfuric acid. So it needs another chemical reactor. And we need a water cell, or we need to pipe water in. Probably going to need the cell. And I hate having to combine cans with shit. It annoys the hell out of me. But that's the way it is. So there's that. So with the water, it turns it into a liquid and gives me an empty can. That's probably the one I'm going to go with. So we'll just save that because I think that it does need to be in liquid form for the next thing. So see here. That makes a can. I don't really think I want that. And this is another freaky deaky recipe. Sulfur trioxide, yeah, that's not gonna work. Okay, so basically water can plus sulfur trioxide. Water can. Okay. Alright, so the next one is going to be, so this. So that's plastic circuit board. Okay, now we look at the good circuits again. So now that we have. Now this, I don't know if this was any better. I mean, we have chlorine. What's iron 2 take? So hydrogen and... Well, that's just circular. Okay. This makes no sense. What the... How do I make iron 1? Iron 2 chloride. Oh, I think this is why I didn't... Okay, so fucking circular. What is going on here? What the hell is iron 2 chloride? How do I make iron? Okay, whatever. This confused the fuck out of me, and I'm not gonna spend more time on it. So, yeah, again, time is a resource. If you're spending too much time with something in Gregtech, you just need to move on and try something else instead and work on something else. That's kind of what I've been learning here. So we definitely don't want to do that recipe. We want to do this one. Okay, sodium persulfate. That's what we need. Okay. So sodium bisulfate dust. Now, that's the next part of the chain. That requires sulfuric acid, and we need a chemical reactor with salt. Okay? Now, the cool thing is it makes hydrochloric acid. That's cool. Or it makes water, but now it takes... Oh, that's sodium hydroxide. Okay. Sodium hydroxide dust. So, I'd rather just go with the salt. Salt's good. We'll just... Actually, we'll get both these recipes. But actually, I want the... Yeah. I want the hydrochloric acid, though. So we'll go with the hydrochloric acid for now. Why are you being a dick and not adding those recipes? Please add those recipes. What the hell, man? Oh. I can't do it twice? Oh, that's dumb. Well, I'll go with that one then. Okay. So, with that, I just want to get this chain written down. And we'll work on this tomorrow. Chem reactor. Okay, so... Okay. So salt plus sulfuric acid in a chemical reactor. Okay. Alright. So we need to get another one. Alright, now we got the sodium bisulfite. And now we can electrolyze it, I believe, to make sodium persulfate. Finally. And that we're going to hit A on that. So sodium bisulfate, empty cell, makes a hydrogen cell. That's what we have to do. That's going to be a pain in the ass also. The thing of it is, though, that sodium bisulfate is going to help us with a lot of other things, too. So we do need to get this automated, because there's some really good recipes that... ore processing recipes that are going to require this shit. And it definitely will increase our resource generation by, like, almost a third. It basically... So, I'll show you right now half the reason I'm doing this. Half. And I believe this is an electrolyzer. Okay. Yeah, so... Yeah, in the electrolyzer. So, that's the thing. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Okay. Now, let me show you guys why this is we want this. See this right here? It's chemical bath, sodium persulfate, 100 liters. We need that in order to get a 70% chance of getting an extra item. Whether it's an extra of the same item, now this is iron, but 70% chance of nickel, that's significant, okay? And then we can then crush it and whatever. And it's purified, so we don't even need to wash it. So it just greatly increases the percentage of the resources, the secondary resources that you get, which is why we absolutely want this. Because we're not exactly, tripling our ore, but we almost are in a lot of ways. Like, there's other stuff like this too, where when we look at banded iron now, that doesn't have that, that doesn't have that. But there's quite a few recipes like, so this is, I guess, meteoric iron. You could get platinum, or you can get nickel. Obviously, we want to get platinum if we had this, but that's probably way off. I'm just using that as an example. But there is one in particular I wanted to get. But yeah, there's many recipes like that. Tons of the raw ores have that stipulation there, where you put a chemical bath with that, you get 70% chance of getting that secondary resource that you want. So that is definitely, or just an extra resource. Like, I think copper is one of those. Let's see, raw copper, and then after that, I've got to make a phone call and possibly go if I can get a hold of this guy. Yeah, see, we can either go for gold, but we need mercury for that. So actually, all that cinnabar, I think we do need to break that down and start using that too. Start pumping that. Because mercury is pretty easy to make. But this, if we want to almost triple our copper, which we absolutely need to do, we need sodium persulfate for that. 100%. So, anyway. With that, guys, give me a second here. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So, until my friend responds, I'll just keep playing. So, that's sodium persulfate, and then finally we need that for the good circuits, or the good circuit boards. Okay, so that is finally going to be what we do. And we're going to combine that with the gold foil, okay? So, gold foil should be easy to make. Now, there's this plastic circuit board. That's interesting. So that's probably a good board. What does that make? Is that HV? I think it's HV. Maybe? What does it make? I think it's HV. Yeah. Oh, no. It makes integrated processor? No. Seems like I think it's HV. This is the HV circuit. Okay. Oh, well, this is an integrated processor. Okay. Interesting. Fine red alloy wire. Okay. Transistor. This looks like, I don't know, might be within our reach. So I kind of wonder what's better, the soldering alloy or tin. I definitely don't think lead's ideal. I really do not think lead's ideal. I think lead is definitely not something we should be spending on this. But soldering alloy, that's something. Okay, so the thing is, I don't think we can produce antimony very well. In 140, fuck, it's a whole bunch of math I'd have to do, and I don't really feel like doing it. We do need to get into Electrum at some point, which that's gonna increase our gold consumption, but that's okay. So, and then I forgot, how do we... Oh, we need a chemical reactor for the good circuit, so sodium persulfate, and then gold foil, or sodium persulfate, gold foil, and then board. I think. Well, I think I already have this on the previous list. Let me make sure here. No, because I haven't really done the good circuit chain yet. So actually, yeah, this will be. I guess this starts the circuit chain 2. Phenolic board. Board. Okay, and then that's right. Next thing we need is chem reactor. Then we need gold ingots. You need to put it in a bender or gold foil. Okay. And then the board itself. Wood pulp, and so this, the rest of these is crazy, so we'll just go with refined glue, wood pulp, assembler. Okay. Refined glue, wood pulp, all right. So that's the plan there. So where do we go from here? So, not going to do that right now. That's going to take a lot of time, though. We probably should get it done now. That would be the spirit of the principles that I've been, talking about. Oh, I fucked up. I shouldn't have been drinking water. Okay. So I'm gonna back off on drinking water. We got another stack of circuits. That's amazing. Okay, now we can back off. We're gonna back off and kind of throw this down here. Yeah, we'll just throw all this down here. Okay, so the first thing we need is diodes. Then we'll need circuits here. And let's see, we got good circuit boards. Let's see if we can find those. May have some here. I don't think they do though. No. Okay, so we definitely need the board, the phonetic board. Is there any gold wire? So we have 8 gold wires, so we have enough for one board. So I think for now, I think we're just gonna deal with. We do have gold deposits, gold veins that we can tap. So I think it's fine. We could get a couple stacks through the wire mill, but we do eventually want to get that better recipe. But right now, I think it's just, we really just need to focus on automating circuits at this point. And with the circuits, we just basically just craft them by hand, or with the good boards, which is annoying. But man, like they could have made a more insane way of making these. Did it really only give me one? What? Okay, dude. Give me the boards. Thank you. Sorry about that. So we made 5. We're gonna be able to make a whole lot. Let's see. So yeah, we definitely need to get this started. Oops. That's right. Good circuit requires, oh, just copper wire. Okay. We have that. Let's throw that in there. Okay, it's starting to work. Oh, we can throw more tin in there. That's good. Okay, what was the next thing on our list? Oh, you know what? I thought about automating these, but this is our last machine. I think we made wire mills. Yeah, we made the wire mills. So what was after the wire mills? I think so. Made the wire mills. Arc furnace, that's right. We were making an arc furnace. Okay, so... Oh, oops, not the basic one, the advanced one. Okay. So the advanced one, we just need those cables, and I'm pretty sure those are done. Yeah, there we go. And we're going to be able to make this thing. Here we go. Oh, come on. Oops, I clicked the basic one by accident. There we go. Bam! Look at that beauty! Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Progress. Okay. So that's the next guy in the chain. Throw all this shit down here. I want to keep an order of what the hell we're doing. Okay, so after the arc furnace, so we need another assembler. All right, so another assembler. Let's see, assembler. Interesting, I didn't put that down. Okay. Alright, so we'll do the advanced assembly machine. Okay, so they need robot arms, they need conveyor modules. We have the casings, we need the circuits. Okay, let's see if we've made any more. Okay, looks like we made 3 more. That's cool. We need to check those wires. Okay, and we're gonna make some more good boards. And we made 13. That's nice. Let's go ahead and 13 up there. Hopefully that works. Probably gonna need to make more diodes soon, most likely. So I remember, so diode, our go-to recipe right now is fine and nail, copper, small pile of calcium arsenide. We can easily make that. So of course we want tantalum or whatever the hell that is. But we actually want the wafers. That's right, we did want to start making the wafers. Now that we got a lot of silicon, we could definitely do that. The polyethylene with the wafers, though I would much rather do so. No copper. The problem is though, we could make gallium arsenide pretty easily also. So, and that gives a better yield. So I don't know. Now, tantalum, now how the hell do we make that? I want to know how we make that. Of course, it's never clear on how to make it. It's always some asshole-ish loop-de-loop, you know, make you have to dig fucking recipe. So the hot tantalum ingot, that's tantalum dust in the blast furnace. So you need either nitrogen or nothing. Now we need to upgrade this to Canthal, so that we can't really do this until we upgrade our blast furnace. So that's kind of the thing. That is what makes this tough. Makes it not really doable. And okay, so tantalite or yeah, I don't look like we're gonna be able to get that. Yeah. Unless this chemical bath. Oh wait, what? Where does it come from? Oh. Not that one. This one. So it's in spessartine, grossular ore, pyrrolosite ore. Okay, so I have been mining it. Okay, so that's cool. So we can't get it, and we get it for manganese also. That's good. So we'll continue to mine that, and I think so. We need persulfate. We need to put in a chemical bath to get that, and then we need to upgrade our blast furnace. So, which I'm thinking about making it like two or three more of them. Honestly, if I could really just, but I gotta crank up my production line first. So gonna be doing that, and then electrolyzer. I think there we go. We got 6 good circuits. That's good, I guess. Oh, we need diodes. Okay, so diodes. Let's get on that. Let's go with what we know. Let's go with that recipe. That recipe's fine for now. I mean, we could make wafers. I don't think we need to at this point. Let's see. So. And just so we gotta find out where that is. That is here. So we'll take that. Now, gallium arsenide. This is made from okay. It's made from the crystals, but so here's the thing. Yeah. So the crystals, we can make this in the blast furnace pretty easily. With son of a bitch. Come on, dude. Alright. Go back to this. Okay, so gallium and arsenic, okay, in the blast furnace. That's what we could do. Okay. So we don't necessarily need to have this, though. Where is the mixer? Where is the effing mixer? Okay, well, this is what we need to do. So we get gallium. We can get gallium pretty easily and arsenic pretty easily in the electrolyzer. So now, what is arsenic doing in here? Oh, that's interesting. So, okay. Arsenic. Now, we need gallium. I think gallium might be here. There's 2. I think they're all in the system. I think it's where they are. Wow. Okay. What? guess that was the wrong thing. So I only got 9? That don't seem right. That don't seem right at all. I know that I got more than that. I know that I got more than that. Come on, dude. Gallium is... Okay. Right over here, spherolite makes gallium. And I remember us getting plenty from that, so I don't know what this thing's smoking. So we got 50 arsenic here. Yeah, so well, actually we need to take the dolly and ship this out. So go ahead and do that. Yeah, instead of just putting it in our inventory, we'll just take the dolly and do that. And bam. Now, we need to look at the output box. Oh, the output box is not full. That's good. No, so there's a bunch of stuff here that we need to store in there. By the way, we do need to get the laser engraver going at some point. We have all the stuff we need for that, which is great. Because we got an MV sifter. So that's cool. Alright, so we got plenty of arsenic, but we're kind of effed on gallium for some reason. I don't know. No? Okay, so there's gallium. So check this out. We got gallium and arsenic. Definitely want to... Okay. So we want to make these small piles. That'll work for our diodes. So I think we do the same thing as in the resistor. We need polyethylene. Okay. So we actually need to do it in this assembler. Excuse me, because that's where our polyethylene is. That there, and then the other thing we need... Okay, it needs to be a 4. And then fine and nail copper wire. Might have some in here. We do not. So let's go ahead and set 3 and get some more copper ingots here. We'll just dip out of our existing chest here. Oh wait, I think it needs it nailed. It does. Okay, so that's a different story. So we'll just throw a couple more stacks in the arc furnace, get these out, and then we'll run these through. Three. That's good. Actually, I'll keep these here for now. Now we're going to start making diodes. There we go. And it's making. Oh, we can make some more good circuits. That's good. Let's do it. Guys, it was really fun hanging out with you today. It really was. I probably am going to be going soon. At some point. Yeah, that's right. We need to make diodes. What else do we need a lot of? It looks like we're kind of low on copper wire. Let's go in here, wire mill, and dip into some of this. Yeah, let's grab that. That'll be good. Poised to make a lot more circuits here. Or at least, hopefully 14 at least. So... yeah, look at all those. Let's see. No, it's just 6, but we'll get that started now. I wonder if there's a Gregtech calculator. I bet there is. It's like there's a factorial calculator. Speaking of factorial, you guys want to play that again? Let me know. Let me know if you want me to play that again. I'd be down. Well, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it regardless. But like, I don't think I'm gonna do that just a second. I think I'm gonna be playing this a little bit more. I do want to kind of start with some theme builds for Stellaris, like, you know, casually. Maybe make a story or whatever. I am gonna finish that tutorial. I just am not gonna do it when I was expecting, and just, you know, and like I said, I'm not really gonna put a lot of effort into video making until I come back from the States, until I'm back here where I'm at right now, and then decide then maybe, or I mean, if I feel like I'm in a position in the States where I can actually make some videos, it's just I'm gonna have to switch computers for that month. So the good news is, it's looking like the way it's turning out, the way things are, the wind is blowing, is I'm going to actually be able to have a command center where I'm staying in the US as well, with a computer that's about as powerful as this. So it's kind of working out in that department. So I could get that set up the way I have this set up. It's just I'm not going to have access to my files. Now, I guess I could get a hard drive and put the important stuff on the hard drive. But honestly, I think the thing of it is, though, the truth is, too, guys, I need a vacation, and I think I just need to be on vacation. And if whatever I figure, whatever comes up or I can easily do over there, I'll do over there. But, like, you know, my channel's not going to be my focus at all for the month of, you know, it's just going to be hanging out with my family, playing games with my family, aka Duck, you know, hanging out, just, you know, relaxing, working out, working on my body, trying to burn off the rest of this visceral fat that I have. By the way, I have been losing weight, guys. I have been thinning out a lot, like shredding. My body fat percentage has reduced considerably, I think, since 3 months ago. I've lost about at least 12 pounds or more, and I'm pretty convinced that it's not water weight. I've just been eating less and been satisfied with that. I haven't had cravings. I haven't really had a lot of desire to overeat that much. In fact, I eat leftovers now. It's crazy, man. Like, I really like it. I really do. I've never been able to do this in my whole life, and it's just really nice to be able to do that. So, okay, that's interesting. Oh, I need more wire. That's right. So I need more wire. I think I also need more. Wow, that's a lot. Whoa. Okay, that's okay though. I don't think I need that much, but we'll use it eventually. Now, the tin, I think, is going to prevent us. Yes, it's going to prevent us soon. Let's go ahead and dip into that, our molten tin here. Yeah, we'll just do that. And we'll do that as well. I guess we'll just throw more tin ingots in there. I do need to centrifuge the tin, though. Okay. Oh, it wants polyethylene. Okay. Well, we could throw the tin in here. At least we could do that. And we'll just throw this shit back. Oh, God damn it. I gotta drag this over here. There we go. So we actually need to go get polyethylene, and we might actually need to make some more. Though I have a permanent long-term solution to polyethylene that I discovered. Basically, coal gas or coal tar you can make with charcoal in the pyrolyzer. That will take care of our polyethylene needs, I believe, because it creates naphtha. Now, it doesn't create refinery gas, which is what we've been doing to make tons of it. But yeah, with the coal tar, for sure, yeah, and we're pretty much out. So we are going to need to focus briefly on making some more. Might need to go out and get some more oil, guys. I think we do. We are. In fact, we probably should just take a break and do that, because we've been sitting here stuffed in our JEI, stuffed in our machines. It'd be nice to go out and explore, right, guys? I think you guys want to see that. I don't have a problem with that. Yeah, that's decent. But we don't want to make sure we have diodes. Okay, we got 11 more circuits, so we got 21. That's really good. That's amazing. So we have 2 good circuit boards left. We have a lot of electronic circuits left. So there we go. So we're going to go ahead and maybe, this is kind of my base of operations. This stuff I don't care about. So we'll just, what I think I need to do, though, I actually think I need to refocus and make a motor production chain first, and then a pump, and then a conveyor belt and piston and robot arm. I think I need to do those first before I do these circuits, because as you can see, it's been pretty easy for me to make the circuits, but like having to stop and make motors all the time is just, yeah, I'd rather have just stacks of those. That would be amazing. Okay. So, let me see here. Throw the sodium in here. We don't give a shit about that. So gallium. Where'd our arsenic go? I remember. Okay, so. Wow, really? You didn't save the arsenic? What the fuck? Okay. I think I might have put it, yeah. Okay, so I did. I threw it in the system. Okay, we need to... There we go. Alright. With that, we're actually going to go down here and... Oh, we need to check our EBF output. Ooh, look at all that redstone alloy. We got some aluminum. That's really good. So, wrought iron. And so this is actually still making. Okay. So we can kind of like maybe take this out of here, because we need to do this. So gallium arsenide. And we'll just go ahead and... That EBF, what is this recipe? Okay, it doesn't require any circuit, so we could just basically throw it in there right now, I think. And just go like that, boop. And I think it worked. Yep, it's working right now. Gallium arsenide crystal. There we go. Sorry about the loud noise. Excellent. All right, while it's doing that, we're gonna go get oil, but we're going to make a turd here. Okay, and we're gonna have to go through all the stuff. Well, the machine hall needs to go here. Actually, the good circuits do need to go here as well. Let's see. That's important to the mission. Let's see. That's important. Well, all this actually can get. That's going to stay there. Those are tools, so everything that's not a tool gets thrown in here. I wish I could gray these out. What's this? Oh no. No, bad. Hold on. There we go. Put it on my back. Thank you. Okay. By the way, I didn't like the adventure backpack at first. I thought it was stupid, and I love this thing now. For sure. I absolutely love this thing. So we're going to need sleep. And I hate the tool swapper though. Absolutely hate it. Hey, how it shift clicks into there by default. That's annoying too. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna make a HV voltage tank, which is absolutely amazing. So we'll go ahead and do that. Okay. So we have to go get those, come over here. And we'll just bring this back to the base and we'll save it for the HV tanks. We're going to need to make more dark steel, so we'll go ahead and get that done. So dark steel, how do we make that? Dark steel dust. Okay, so the obsidian. Don't throw my weapon, jerk. Okay, we'll take that. And then, so steel, we got plenty of steel, I believe. Yeah, we'll take a stack of that. And then so there is coal all the way the hell over here. Ah. It's in. Huh. Oh, it's in here. Okay, coal dust. That's right. So we gotta get. I think we're definitely gonna turn this into dust, man. Like, I'm pretty sure we could do this. Pretty damn sure. Yeah. Yeah, we need lots of coal dust. We're gonna need a lot of it. So we just might as well just convert half of that there. So some obsidian, we got the coal dust, and then for And what's this next one? Raw silicon. Okay, so I know where that is. We're going to go get that right now. That's carbon dust. And that's the silicon dust that we need. Okay, so we'll get a stack of that. And we're going to go to our almighty mixer. Now, we actually be using to stainless steel, but we can't make stainless steel yet. So we're just going to clear this shit out. Yeah, we're going to clear this out. Though, that's going to take forever and a year. Let's see. But it will be faster, that's the thing. So I actually do want to wait for it. It's not too bad. I can't wait to get HV versions of these machines. When they get really fast, man, it's just going to be like, yeah! It's going to be cranking. Cracking. So we got 7 people on now, huh? 7 people want to watch Gregtech. That's cool, man. Thank you. Glad you're here. I was really worried about showing Gregtech because it seems pretty obscure. It seems like, does it? I mean, if you look at the numbers of views, it doesn't really look like people want to watch Gregtech. But you know what? I just told you guys, I don't give a fuck about that no more. That's great. It's kind of freeing, actually. No, I do not want electrical steel. Stop. I do not want electrical steel. Though, I'll keep it, but yeah, don't want that. I want... Yeah. But that's good to know. So, dark steel... I actually might be able to use that to get dark steel, but... So... I gotta use 14. Okay. Oops. 14, there we go. There we go. Please make the right thing. There we go. 9. Look at that. Look at that beauty. And we are going to get an Ender IO, guys. I just wanted to take care of this first. I want to build this from the bottom up. I want to get these production chains going so we never have to worry about the shit again. And we're just going to be rolling fast. I mean, we'll have to upgrade the chain, but the principle will stay the same. You know, we'll be able to upgrade what's already there and know where to put it and all that stuff once I figure all this out and have all this set up. Well, the more production chains I make, the faster I'm going to be able to make more production chains. So that's the thing. Right now it's so slow because I don't have any production chains at all. But once I build my first production chain, that's going to make making the next one easier, which is going to make making the next one easier. So that's kind of the thing. Look at all that. Oh, yeah. Come to Papa. More. More. Haha. Okay. Gonna go back. Are you prepared for HV? I totally am. Actually, you know what? I need to go claim rewards right now. You do not want to skip the rewards in MV. And you want these loot bags. Chumburger, why the hell would I want that over a loot bag? Hell no, dude. Oh, wait, I get them both. Okay, that's good. I'll go for that then. Okay, it didn't completely fill my inventory. Wait. Was that lag? I got it. Where did the bag go? There we go. It was lag. Okay. All right, let's see what nice things we got. That's not an MV tier item. That's a fucking creeper head. Ugh. Yuck. Okay. Well, so we took an L on that one. So we got ruby electrolyzing for chrome dust. Okay. That's cool. So no choices here. Just grab it. Open the bag. And what do we get? Ooh, another capacitor bank. That's going to pay dividends later. And I want to store that somewhere, but I'll do that in a second. There are more stuff we need to claim here. Good electronic circuits. Always grab those. Always. Absolutely. Oh wait, I get those. I get them regardless. Okay, great. It's usually when it's a choice. Okay, claim that one. Give me the bags. So MV bending, we are going to do that soon. We need to get this done for next time we mine. We need to have a scanner, and I want to have a miner also. But we're not going to need to mine for a while, I think. Hopefully. Large aluminum fluid cells. Ooh, look at that. 32,000. I'm liking it. What does it take, though? Silver ring? Okay, that's manageable. I think it just needs an extruder, right? Yeah. Oh, look. 1 ingot. Oh, that is nice. I like that recipe. Double plate? I'm going to need to make an MV bender before I do this. Because I do not like making plates with... I don't like making anything with tools, guys. Fuck tools. Fuck Gregtech tools, man. Right in the ear. I will say that wholeheartedly. I will swear on this channel for that. Anybody who played Gregtech feels me on that one, man. That's like a source of our pain. Like, so double aluminum plate. Yeah, so we'll need to wait till the MV bender to make this. Oh, and this does need to be an MV assembler, even though we have them, we don't have this set up yet. But that's cool. So I definitely want to do that at some point. But yeah, there's one we haven't collected yet. Choice reward. Yeah, always pick the good circuit, always. When it's choice. So yeah. So we got that. And I think that's it. I don't see anything else. So we do need to do this. This, actually, we could get this done right now. Well, wait, hold on. Electrum, okay. But Electrum... Okay. How do we make that? Oh, okay. How do we make the Electrum dust? Come on. Oh, mixer, okay. So it's in the mixer. And it's LV. Oh, that's easy. Silver, gold. Just the resources aren't easy, but silver is something we're gonna need to get handled, hopefully. I mean, gold. Honestly, I'm gonna use the miner for gold, man, if I can. I'm gonna check the miner out. It might suck, but I said that the MV miner is really good, or I was told that the MV miner was really good, so I'm gonna take their word for it. Electrotine dust. Ooh. Oh. Hold up. Ooh. I did not know that. Okay. So I actually do need to start processing electrotine. Okay. Now, do we mine Electrum? It looks like we do, but it doesn't seem to spawn in the world. Okay. So that's a no there. You gotta be able to recognize dead ends in Gregtech. That's the hardest part, I think. Recognizing those dead ends. It's a real pain in the ass. Because you can spend hours just to find out that something's a dead end. It's painful. Okay. This is money. Okay. You see what I'm seeing, guys? I have a lot of electrochain that I'm not doing anything with, but I want to make sure that there is no other use for it. So, how can it be used? What are the uses for it? Oh, oops, I've got to right click. There we go. So we can make the iron compound. I don't care about Project Red. Let's see, blue alloy ingot. Okay. With silver. What does that make? Okay. Oops. Yeah, it don't look like it really makes anything. wire mill. So this is an HV wire for 2 amps. Okay, so it might be the next thing. Let's keep going here. Does it do anything in the electrolyzer? You know? Well, the thing of it is, I'm pretty sure I can get Electro-Team pretty easy. And I need Electrum. I want Electrum really bad. So this is no, not that one. So yeah, that's in the Nether. Okay, so we have Electro-Team deposits in the Nether. I've seen one. I'm mining this right now, or I have this open, one of these open as we speak. So okay, so we're gonna go get our Electro-Team as soon as we. Okay, it is empty. That's good. Let's throw our dark steel in there. And I forgot where the hell. Oh yeah, we need an electrum rod. That's where the whole rabbit hole got started. Okay. So blast furnace with oxygen on setting 11, or we could do it setting 1 with no oxygen, but we would need Canthal, so we are doing it this way. Okay, so set to 11, and hello, dark steel. And then we're gonna bend it. We're gonna make tanks. Well, we're already gonna make tanks already. So I just wanted to batch up some more. We're gonna get this Electro-Team and run it the fuck through the electrolyzer, I think, because we want Electrum. So Electro-Team, hit T on that. Hello, Electro-Team. I thought I would never use. Let's see. Gotta get rid of these Doge coins. I don't know why I called them that. Fucking, yeah, get rid of that crap. The Doge meme. It was like a meme coin back in the day, I think. We don't talk about politics here, you guys know that? So don't say it. Don't say it! Okay. Fuck, man. So I need to put these back. These are choking our inventory out right now, so we'll just go ahead and... We got some manganese, that's cool. Yeah, look at all that stainless steel dust ready to go, man. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun when we can crack that open. Electrical steel... I'll look at that later. We'll go ahead and do that. Okay, the basic capacitor is going to go in our extra machines box. So, and let's see, we'll throw this duck's food box, don't care about, throw that there too, and then I'm going to open these bags. Good circuits, good circuits, good circuits. Ooh, we got a capacitor. Another capacitor is really good. What else do we got? Ooh, Silky Jewel. I like that. That's good. You know what? There's no reason to not put that on my pickaxe now. There we go. Open that. Throw that in there. Oh, these are going to be so nice, guys. You have no idea. These are going to be fun on a bun. Boy, are they going to be fun. Well, I've been really thinking... I don't know. I'm kind of conflicted with switching from Ender IO pipes from Gregtech because obviously there are some advantages to Gregtech pipes that I've seen over the other kinds. And I kind of feel like I was cheating in the spirit of the pack, you know? Because, like, I just think it would be too easy, I think, to do the Ender IO pipes and wires. But honestly, man, it would solve a lot of problems I'm having right now and would save me a lot of time, I think. I think in the end, it really would if I went with the wires, the Ender IO stuff. And I've always wanted to get into that mod, but never got around to it, never got motivated enough to do it. By the way, we could just do this, I think. We could just... Actually, I can't because it's got luck on it. So I would have to make another pickaxe. Not interested in doing that right now, so... we'll just, like, throw that shit in here. Okay. Oh yeah, the Electrum recipe. So this is actually in the centrifuge. So our centrifuge should be empty. Our centrifuge setup. Yeah, so just gonna throw that shit in there right now. Now, I don't think it's MV. I don't think it's MV. It's not, it's LV. So this shit should work. Cast it right out. I don't know why they're not... Oh, because this thing's full as fuck. Okay, so... Cassiterite. Ugh. All this stuff. Damn, dude. Too much junk, man. I gotta make production chains on my ore. It's just... First things first, man. Like... No point doing the ore if I don't have the stuff to support making the stuff for the ore, you know? So that's kind of the thing. Now this is garbage. This is garbage material. Throw that in there. So cassiterite, throw that in there. That's good. Why am I getting out of power noises? F off. Come on. Okay, so we'll just take that out. We'll take that out and we'll break this sucker. Let's see. Alright, we're gonna have to throw our magnet back in our inventory since it wants to be stupid and not give us our stuff. Let's see. Take that out and we'll just... yeah. Alright, that's going, and we'll just throw the rest in, oh. So this is... Oh, we didn't want those in there. Ugh. What is that doing in there? What am I doing? I'm being dumb. Whole time. Gotta process it. Stop running out of power. I hate you. Okay, this thing needs a battery. I can already tell. Where are the batteries? Is this one full? Oh, it's full. Excellent. Let's throw those in there. So it'll go up and down or slowly go down. whatever's clever. So I see why we need another gas turbine up there, but I'm not adding any more of this shit at all. So we'll just deal with the power loss. Look at that electrum. Great. Okay. We need to go back to the task at hand. We were going to get more oil. So, but first we need to get those tanks. So we're going to refocus on that. We'll get the... Actually... It's okay, so... Electrum rods... Fluid solidifier... Mold rod... Do we have one of those? Of course we don't. The extruder... Yes. That could work. And... The extruder is actually better because it doesn't make stupid dust. So that is what we're going to do. So we're going to take the electrum here and we are going to burn this sucker. And we'll wait for it to come out this end. Look at that, our first electrum ingot. I'm so satisfied. Actually, I might already have one in the system. I bet you I do. Watch this. Watch this. I'm gonna facepalm right now. Yep, facepalm. I could have been doing this the whole time. I could have gotten that the whole time. God damn it. Okay. So we're gonna go to our extruder, which is way the fuck down here. Now these brownstone roads, by the way, they are a must-have. Like they are a must. You gotta make them. You're not playing Gregtech properly if you don't make them. Okay, so let's go with the rod. Okay, go with rod. Let's throw the rod in there and just have one. Just do the bare minimum required to make this. So get my plates, get the circuit, and then I've got to go get the flawless emerald. There, get the flawless emerald. Oh yeah, and we're definitely going to be exploring oil drilling for sure. I forgot about that. So, oh, I forgot. Over here, this is our gem processing. We actually have a production line here. This is our gem processing line. Oh, turns out the emeralds are in our inventory. That's right. Okay. Interesting. I thought... Hold on a second. Oh. No, it's in the sort box. Okay. Flawless emerald. There we go. Check this out. Let's go. Give me that sugar. Oh, I got two? I didn't want to make two? Ah. It's alright, I'll end up using them anyway. There we go. Bang! There we go. I'm excited, guys. Alright. 8 flawless emeralds, not that we need them. You know, I have a ton of these. I'm gonna go for the loot bag. Well, actually, it looks like I get both, so that's great. Okay. So, portable prospecting tool. What kind of fuckery are we looking at here? That looks like fuckery. That looks like fuckery. Boy. This is what I love about Gregtech, guys. You know, I'm saying this sarcastically, right? This is what I love about Gregtech. It's... Yeah. Definitely not, like, love this shit here. I have to sort through this, so... Let's try this. Is there steel? Okay, black steel. Not really a fan of that. Oh my god, sulfuric acid. Okay, that... Yep, I just went... Ugh. Yeah, the not electrical steel. Now that we can do. Okay, there's a steel. There's a steel. This is the one we're getting. There. I mean, we could also try aluminum, but steel for sure. Aluminum. Okay, so there's the aluminum as well. We'll go ahead and add that. Fuck you. So we'll add that as well. Okay. Oh, the aluminum's durability is dog shit. Steel's way better. Yeah, we'll go with that one. Yeah, we'll go with that one. Right-click on the rock for prospecting current chunk. Or right-click on rock. Right-click on bedrock for prospecting fluids. So we drill all the way fuck down, and then we right-click for the fluids. Okay. Chance of a successful scan, 40%? Next to you, 0 chunks away, close to at medium range. I have to figure out what the hell it's talking about. Okay. So we got that done. Let's get our oil. What do we even need for this? Oh yeah, more electrum shit. But this we should easily be able to make also. But yeah, so I guess when we get the sulfuric acid done, we'll get that done. All right, back to making our HV tank. We just need the dark plates, which just go like that, and we should be able to make them. And there we go. Okay, cool. All right, we're gonna go out to the oil field that we know, and we have tapped already. We have stuff out there already, and it was a big one, guys. Big oil field. I don't think it's completely tapped out, but I think this this tank will tap it out for sure. Okay, so I'm gonna go out here. Okay. So we gotta go down. Where is our... Oh yeah, that's right, it's north. Okay. So oil 2. I'm so used to going fast. I'm really tempted to make a road, but I just do not want to be bothered doing that right now. We're not gonna pick up all this fucking junk. I do need to check on my fuel. I just wanted to do it after I set up all the machines. But I also need to check for weeds. I do need to do that before I log off. So we're gonna fill the oil, guys, and then I think I'm gonna call it a stream. It was fun though. We got about 3 hours in. I'm gonna need to eat some food. Gonna need to eat some food and eat a decent meal. I might go to bed. We'll see. Well, I do need to work out. So I think I was doing I think I'm doing lower back today. So like kind of, and then a run if their damn treadmills frickin' working. Last couple times I went there, they had them unplugged. And I did ask the guy to go unplug it, and he did unplug it briefly, one time, but like then it was unplugged again. I'm like, I see what's going on here. I'm gonna have to ask this guy every single time to unplug it, and I'm just gonna end up annoying him. And you really don't want to annoy people around here. You just kind of, in the Philippines, you just want to be friends with everyone and just kind of be agreeable. I mean, you don't have to let people walk all over you, but like, I mean, you're a guest here, right? So, or I'm a guest here. So I found that like Milk and Honey, you know, like not rocking the boat too much. I mean, when you don't have to. If you can let something slide, you should, basically. If you can let it slide. Now, there's sometimes you can't, right? Boundaries, right? Of course, but I find most of the time, you know, where the fuck am I? Okay, I'm over here. Okay. All right, our oil's over here. But so I didn't really want to drama with this guy, so I was like, okay, I'm just not. So the next time I didn't say anything, but I think I am going to ask him the next time. I might just have to put my foot down because I can't go there and not run. You know, I want to run every day, so, and those machines should be working. Well, actually, what I think I'm going to do, I'll just turn it on myself. If I break something, hopefully nothing bad happens to me, but, I mean, yeah, I'm not going to ask him to, I don't really feel like asking him to turn it on every time. So, yeah, we'll figure it out. Okay, so, this is our oil pump here. So we got plenty of stuff. So check this out. We're just gonna throw this. This has 256,000 liters. Pump that in there, see what happens. Look at all that. Let's see where it stops. All right, and it's just continuing to go. Boy, man, this is a nice oil vein we got here. And after we're done with this, we'll go tap another one, I think. I think we're going to tap oil fields until this thing's full. It's already at 17,000, so if we get this full, it's going to be good for a long time. We're going to have a lot of polyethylene. I actually did make a production chain for polyethylene, so that's good. But I'm actually going to make it to switch it to naphtha and coal tar instead of refinery gas. I'm going to put my oil to other uses. I also need to start biodiesel, but that's like kind of a side quest kind of thing. Because really, I could get away with just doing benzene, and I have benzene right now. I have a full one of these huge tanks of benzene. So, yeah, I mean, I'm sitting on a lot of power potentially, which I'm going to be using, but like, yeah, I mean, I'm just sitting on the benzene right now, but I'm also going to throw a biofuel into the mix there because I can make it. So I'll have a tank, I'll have a big tank or big tanks of biofuel and big tanks of benzene. Of course, I'll make benzene my main, but then biodiesel, not biofuel, biodiesel will be my backup. Right now, my whole base is running on biogas. That's kind of another thing, too. If I do a tutorial about this, which I will at some point, just for fun, that's one of the first tips I'm going to give that's going to break away from all these other YouTubers say. My approach is going to be skip Steam as soon as possible because, again, time is a resource, and Steam, I think, wastes your time more than anything else in this game. The Steam age is an absolute time waster. Skip that as quickly as possible. Skip Steam as much as you can. You know, do what you absolutely have to do, and get into the machines as soon as you possibly can. You know, into gases, biogas as soon as you possibly can, or methane. Just start making gas turbines and just switch to those and stay with those. You know, there's multiple different sources, and I'll look into how to do that early game. But it'll be fun. I'll do some playthroughs with this with you guys. I think maybe when my mom's not there, and other people that are on here aren't there, and I'm not hanging out with them, we might do our own little separate solo playthrough where you guys see me start from the bottom up and kind of just start from scratch. Let me know if you guys would like to see that. So look, we're at 100,000 and counting. It's not stopping. This is a huge node. This is a huge node here. I mean, it just keeps going. So it's either going to stop or it's just going to keep going. So we'll see. So yeah, we'll just wait till this thing fills up to 256 and I'll just talk your ear off. Well, till then. Looks like we're in a mushroom biome. These are all over the place. 1.7 Minecraft, I think, actually is the superior Minecraft. Gotta be honest. I've played all the other new versions, and I played them for a long time. The problem with those is that I don't think they have anything extra to offer, really. And I think the new additions they made to the made for kids version of Minecraft, which is what I call vanilla because it is made for kids. You know, made for children. It added things that actually made the game worse, I think, in a lot of ways. In particular, the Caves and Cliffs update, I think that was the worst change ever that was ever made to Minecraft. It really did mess that game up, at least for me. So some people, oh, I love the Caves and Cliffs, they look so cool. Yeah, I get how they look, man, they look great. They look great. They do. They look cool. They look spectacular. The huge caves, love the spectacle, but it sucks ass to mine there. And you can barely do it. You know? How are you going to get your resources? Priorities, right? Shiny stuff is cool until it kills you. You know? Or it keeps you from progressing. Then you're kind of not, so it's not so shiny anymore, is it? Yeah. So Caves and Cliffs wore off real quick. And eventually I started to resent it a lot. And, yeah. You know, and so, yeah, I mean, if you like the Caves and Cliffs update, you think it's shiny, that's great. You know, I understand that you think it's shiny. I do. I understand. I don't knock you for that. Different strokes for different folks. I just know for me, I absolutely hate underwater caves. I think they're just basically a big zone denier tool. They're just denying parts of the game to me that I would otherwise have access to if it wasn't for that feature. And I don't ever swim in them. Now, I mean, I guess there is technology I could make, you know, like scuba gear and stuff from Create and all that shit to do that. But even then, I've tried that, and it's not really that fun. It's just a pain in the butt, really. And then making, you know, but it's not just that, not just the caves and the underwater caves, especially the underwater caves. I'd actually be okay if they kept the huge caves, you know, the open caves, and didn't have the underwater caves. I'd be okay with that. But the underwater caves, they are absolute AIDS. I absolutely hate underwater caves. The ones in the modern Minecraft, it's just gross, man. And then deepening it to minus 54. You know, adding another 64 blocks to bedrock. I think that was a mistake. I didn't like that change either. Overall, I thought it was okay at first. It didn't bother me at first, but then I started to realize, wow, mining is a lot more difficult in an annoying bad way, right? There's difficult in a challenging, satisfying way, and then there's difficult in the this is fucking boring, this is annoying, this just pisses me off. It gets under my skin, it breaks my immersion. That kind of difficulty is not good. And that's the kind of difficulty I started to experience down there at that level, because they started adding stupid things. Well, especially the mod packs that came afterwards. They added this stupid darkstone stuff that was really hard to mine through. It's like, it got to the point to where I couldn't even mine at minus 54 anymore. I had to mine at minus 40 to get all my stuff. So it's just like, dude, this is a bunch of crap. And it's slower, you know, it's just a time waster, you know? And so that wasn't very desirable either. I mean, the deep slate, it looked all right. It looked nice to build with when I wanted to have a dark build, but sometimes I didn't, you know? So even from a build standpoint, it's not that great. Yeah, but so that's kind of the problem I have with the modern Minecraft, especially vanilla Minecraft. I don't know, I've never Man, I just wonder. I guess I kind of wonder what would have happened if Minecraft back in the day, before it was released fully and before, like, if it was never bought by Microsoft, what would Minecraft look like today if it was never bought by Microsoft? Is kind of like what I think about sometimes, and what I would be interested to know. Now look at that, it's still going. It filled this whole thing up. That's great. This is gonna tide us over definitely until we can. This might be permanent for all I know. Do these things get permanent? I remember I was under the impression that these things eventually run out. Well, this thing don't look like it's running out anytime soon. I mean, if it's filled, it filled this thing. It's filled that up. We'll see. So I'll keep coming back until it runs out, and then by then I should be able to have make a drilling platform and where I can get oil permanently. I do want oil to be a permanent part of my build. I do think it's cool to go out, well, the thing of it is, you get the drilling platform. As far as I know, you're not going to have to move that. You're not going to have to move your operation after that. If anything, you're just going to have to add more of them, which is fine. I mean, it may cause some lag, so we'll monitor it and watch for it. But if it doesn't cause any lag, I definitely see myself working with oil long term, for sure. They say it's optional. I kind of don't think so, man. Like, yeah, it technically is, but really, you kind of shooting yourself in the foot not using it. You know what I mean? You really are. It's just free shit, basically. It's almost like free energy, basically, which is why humans in real life use it. You know, it's there for the taking. And the game, Gregtech, makes it pretty easy. Now, I want you guys to know something going in. And I was taught this by videos that I watched, and I agree with them when they say that when it comes to Gregtech, there's really not a lot of shame in cheating. Like, cheating as in when you need to, when it's absolutely necessary, or that basically it's either cheat or quit, you know? That's kind of what I gauge whether or not I should cheat in a game. It's like, okay, either I accept this, or either I cheat this in, or I quit. You know, I basically, or I, fix this through creative, or I quit, basically. That's the only time you'll see me do that, is if I'm faced with that dilemma. Like, I'm not going to continue if I don't. So, and I want to continue my run, so I'm going to, the hit to my ego is going to be, is worth the cost. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes, like, you know what? Fuck that. If I have to do that, I'll just quit. I have done that before, but with this game, the videos explained to me that, like, there are a lot of mechanics in this game that are pretty much unofficially optional. Like, pollution is what I'm getting at here. And I don't play with pollution, guys. I commented that shit out in Mechanism. The whole radiation zone bullshit. I deleted that out completely because that's not the mechanism I started playing with, and I have no desire. Because, see, here's the thing. The reason I have such a big problem with losing shit permanently in a game, and this game's no exception, and why I will cheat to get around it, or do special commands, or adjust the difficulty sliders to keep me from losing stuff permanently, is because, one, I have ADD and forget things very easily, and I have no control over it. It's a disability. It really is. I don't have control over it. How absent-minded I'm going to be. So, I could easily, like, in a blink of an eye, lose my reactor that I sunk hundreds of hours into just because I have ADD. Okay? Now, if I was a normal person that paid attention all the time and had my shit together, didn't have that disability, I might think it's okay. It's an okay challenge. It might actually be a rewarding challenge for me to have to be on my toes. But not with this, not with that going on, not with ADD going on. I cannot do that. That will just make me rage quit, because in a way it's not my fault because I have a disability, right? So that's and I hate it. I do hate it. I want to let you guys know that I do hate it. But it is what it is, and I accept it. I do accept that I have it. So I can't, you know, with that going on, it's only a matter of time before I fuck up and my shit explodes. You know what I mean? Same here with Gregtech, man. Like, you know, it's... So there's that. And also, in Mechanism, if I had a reactor, I'm basically going to quit my run because I would either have to have my hazmat suit on all the time or I would have to move. And if I'm going to move, I might as well start over. You know what I mean? So that's why I got rid of that. And so I feel the same way about pollution. It's like, okay, pollution's just it's just making the game not fun. It's not even making it really more challenging. It's just making it more annoying. Like I said, there's fun difficulty and then there's stupid difficulty. I think the pollution mechanic is stupid difficulty. That's what I think. Now, if I wanted... Now, I have, when I'm in the mood, gone for the challenge of, you know what, I know all these things, but I'm going to try it anyway just to see if I absolutely hate it. And sometimes I change my paradigm, but most of the time, no. Most of the time, my fears are confirmed. I end up, you know, it ends up happening what I feared was going to happen. You know, my reactor explodes or whatever. And so, I mean, I might do a pollution run, but it would be a special event, right? It would be like permadeath. I need to be in a special mood for permadeath. And I need to know it going in, right? So, but honestly, this is my first real run at this, guys. This is my first game. This is all learning, dude. My base looks like shit. Look at this, see? My base looks like absolute shit. I would make this so much better if I was, you know, if I could do this over. But I'm not going to do this over. I'm going to keep going with this as far as I can until, you know. Now, I have a lot of fears and concerns about going to space. Because SevTech had that shit too, and SevTech did it horribly. Okay? It was a horrible time in SevTech. Like, I've never been to space because of how stupid it was. Basically, just like, you know, where you can lose everything. And that's kind of my big concern with it. But, you know, if that... I think I will do everything I can until that's the only thing left, and then I'll go. And if I lose my shit, I lose my shit. Well, I definitely... My first rocket, for sure, I ain't gonna have anything in it. Or I'm gonna have the bare essentials. Like, nothing that I can't afford to lose, basically. I'm not gonna have my best gear in it. You know, I'm just gonna get set up and make sure that I'm in a situation to where I won't die, you know, the second I land there. You know what I mean? And once I'm confident, then I'll start bringing my valuables there. But yeah, that's kind of how I do when I do play games where they force you to lose your stuff. That's kind of how I play it. I basically do not do any like risky things with expensive stuff. I always put that in a chest somewhere, and then I only bring what I can afford to lose. Like for example, in Ark, you know, I would just have metal gear, even though I could have, like, you know, my epic stuff and all that crazy things. I would just have metal gear when I was running around, you know? Because if I died, it was not a big deal. I could just make more of that easily. So, I guess. So I guess that's one way I could do that, play that way. But like I said, as a general rule, I do whatever I can to mitigate or limit the possibility of me losing shit. Anyway, we'll go ahead and plug this oil in. I'll show you guys what it does. There we go. So I think we plug our oil into here. In fact, I need to put a sign up just so I don't forget. Where's my sign? You want signs in Gregtech. You absolutely do. There's so much shit. You gotta label it all. Let's go like that. Oil here. There we go. And we'll take this and bam. and watch what happens. It's draining. There we go. This is going to turn on any second, I think. Oh, wait. This one. Okay, this is distilling it. Then it's sending it to here. That's turning it into sulfuric gas, but it has to build up before it sends anything here. Now it sent something here. I think it needs a couple before it actually runs. And, yep. Now, if I want, I definitely will expand this operation, make this much faster, you know, have multiple machines, make this MV, all that stuff, upgrade this shit. But, for right now, this will work. I mean, it doesn't, we don't need to, this doesn't need to be super fast. So we got primary gas cells. It's going to send it here in about like 30 seconds. I probably should upgrade the conveyor belts and shit on here. Yeah, so it does that, then it sends a fluid, or it sends a can up this pipe to do it over again, and then it sends a fluid here, goes into here, primary gas, so, and then so steam. Okay, now it's throwing it in the distillery, or no, okay, yeah, it's here. Gets turned into I missed what it was. That's all right, but it's gonna be it's severely cracked gas, severely cracked refinery gas, and then you take that gas and okay, and then it turns it into ethylene. That's right, turns into ethylene. This packager packs the stupid tiny shit that makes, this is, yeah, it's not even close to being full. That's good. I will pipe this to a trash can, probably at some point, or I'll just put a trash can there. I probably should just put a trash, well, no, it is carbon. I do want the carbon, so I'll probably pipe it to a trash can if it gets, you know, too much. So that's the oxygen, and so we got oxygen, ethylene, so it makes a polyethylene, and there we go. Now, this is a medium voltage tank. We probably should upgrade this to high voltage for sure. Let me see if we can. I don't think I have the resources for it. I think I have to go up and make some more dark plates. So, let's see. We actually need a pump. We need a medium pump. Okay. So we'll do that another time. But anyway, there's our polyethylene. It's being made. So that's my production chain for that. Like I said, we are going to switch this to coal gas. We'll have to figure that out some other time. Anyway, guys, I think I'm going to call it a run. You guys have a great rest of your evening, day, whatever. This is a good stream. Again, yeah, I am officially throwing in the towel as far as like being a dedicated Stellaris YouTuber. I don't really think it's for me. I want to be a variety streamer like was said earlier. I do not want to be pigeonholed in the Stellaris any longer. I want to just stream what I want to stream mainly to. Also, I don't care about the algorithm. You know, this right here, 8 viewers, that's good enough for me. I'm just, you know, I like streaming, and you know, I'll make videos on the side when I can, but like I'm not gonna hold myself to any kind of a schedule on it. And when it's done, it's done. You know, basically, it's when it's done basis. Now, because of how easy it is for me to make a shorts backlog, I probably will continue doing that. But you're definitely going to see shorts from other videos, not just Stellaris, on my channel. Not only, and again, I want to be clear, because everybody seems to get this twisted. Every time I say, "Oh, I don't want to just do Stellaris anymore," they go, "Oh, so you're not going to make Stellaris anymore?" They translate that in their head as like, "I'm never going to do Stellaris again." No, I did not say that. So don't get it twisted, guys. I am not saying that I'm never making Stellaris content again. I'm saying I am not making it at the frequency that I was, And I'm definitely moving on to other games, and am going to have other games on my channel in addition to Stellaris. But I will still make the occasional Stellaris video and content here and there. And I might keep making the shorts. We'll find out. I'm still going to do that tutorial project. But as far as like basically this idea that I'm going to make Stellaris and nothing else, it's a pipe dream. It's not realistic, okay? Not for me. I refuse to do that. I'm not Montu, okay? There, I said it. I'm not Montu. I'm not E3PO. I'm not any of those guys that's all they do. I'm not going to do that, okay? To be fair, Montu doesn't even do Stellaris all the time, 100% of the time. Like 5% of the time he does like the next adjacent game, like, you know, like he'll do Sins of a Solar Empire, the latest Sins, or he'll do the latest Galactic Civilizations. But that doesn't usually go very far, right? So, but no, dude, I mean, I am basically, gaming is my umbrella. Now, I do want to focus a lot more going forward, at least right now, on the building and automation side of things. I am really good at Factorio. I am really good at Satisfactory. I am really good at building automation, as you guys have seen. I love this shit. So I'm going to put this on my channel, and I don't care what the consequences are. You can slap my hands as many times as you want, and I don't care. I'm done caring, right, guys? I've had it. I'm going to do what I want, and, you know, numbers be damned. And I can do that because I don't have a traditional job. And I'm not, and this ain't paying my bills right now. So we're just going to have fun, guys. I hope you join me, okay? I hope you come with me. I really do. But if you hear this and are going, oh, he's done making Stellaris videos, you're wrong. I'm still going to make them. I'm just not going to make them at the frequency that you want, to those people that are like that are saying that. And, you know, to the people that off-click, you know, or unsub because I'm not going to be a full-time Stellaris YouTuber, so be it, man. I'm going to miss you. But, you know, have fun. Have a nice life. But, yeah, come back if you change your mind. You know, if you want to watch my channel for me, I'd be happy to have you. You know, that's basically my attitude moving forward, guys. Just to recap here. This is a good stream. 3 hours is pretty good. It's been about a week since I've had any real cramp that's woke me up out of my sleep. Very, very relieved that, you know, it really seems like I have finally understood what the hell I need to do with my eating and drinking water and my lifestyle moving forward. So, yeah, it's been a very hard 3 months. Hopefully I can go to the U.S. There won't be too many problems. I can spend it with family, but, you know, I'm not going to have any expectations or plans, and if I do, I'm going to let go of them. And I just hope this, moving forward, it takes a lot less effort for me to let go of things. Because I held on to this, I held on to this shit for way too long. This is what I should have been doing from day one. You know, I shouldn't have let the numbers dictate to me what content I want to come out with. That might actually be my biggest regret, I've got to say, about content creation, about my journey so far as a YouTuber. That I think that's turning into my number one regret, that I did not just do what the hell I wanted to do from the very beginning. Because I think I would have been, I mean, I'm not going to say I would have been happier. I have other problems, but I definitely think I might actually be bigger than I am right now, for all I know. So anyway, either way, I do want to say wholeheartedly thank you to everyone who has stuck by me all these years. I've said this before, I'll say it again, like, that means so much to me. It has helped me through my darkest times. Trust me, you guys have. You guys have helped me a lot. In more ways than money can buy. You know, what you guys have helped me in regards to like my self-esteem in a good way. You know, I know some YouTubers, they get on this thing and they just collapse and they just go total, you know, Super Saiyan evil mode. And you know, thankfully that's not me, because I follow a certain set of principles and things, and have you know, have a good, I feel an okay moral compass. But you know, and I also watch a lot of YouTube downfall videos too, so that helped scare me straight too. Okay, I need to make sure I don't do that, you know. And then I listen to your comments, right? And I stay as humble as I can. But really, through all of that, with all those checks, you know, within that context, you guys have you've helped my self-esteem in a positive way. You guys have helped my self-image, as far as like, you know, I used to think that I was worthless. That, you know, when I looked in the mirror, I thought that I was. I mean, I still have problems with this sometimes, but like every time I have those stupid thoughts now because of you guys, the thought immediately comes in, okay, dude, if you were that nasty, like if I was that bad, if I was that cringe, why do I have 5,000 subscribers? Why do I have 100,000 clicks? There's no fucking way. Those two just don't match up. They don't match up. If you guys didn't, if I wasn't a cool guy, I wouldn't be here. You know, I wouldn't even have this discussion. I would have quit my channel a long time ago. So I've got talent. I've got something. Now, am I the best YouTuber ever? Of course not. I've got my issues, right? I can be more consistent. There's a lot of things, but not just that. I mean, the issues I've struggled with these past 3 months. You know, I haven't come out with a video these past 3 months, but I gotta let that go. You know, I've got to let that go, and I got to move more forward. I got to turn over a new leaf. Just the fact that I'm streaming fucking Gregtech right now, and I still got 9 concurrent viewers, man. That means so much to me, and 56 views. That means the people that watch me are watching me for me, man. Because this is a pretty obscure fucking game. I was really, like, I'm still a little anxious about making content for it. I just need to know going in that I'm not going to get the numbers that I get with Stellaris. It's just not going to happen. But it might. I mean, it might. I don't know. See, I don't know. I don't know unless I open that door. So I'm going to open this door, this variety streamer door that I've always wanted to do. And yeah, I think I need to chill out, relax. I need to enjoy this vacation I'm about to go on. I need to hang out with my family. You know, I hope we go places. Looking forward to, like, you know, traveling, maybe if they let me travel interstate, maybe. But then I'm comfortable just to chill there and play games with mom, and, you know, play this with mom and just hang out with her, because I don't know how much more time I'm gonna have with my mom, you know, with my mom I'm gonna have left. If you guys understand what I'm saying, those of you that are middle-aged, you do understand exactly what I'm saying. Either you've lost a parent already, or you're about to lose one, or, you know, you have it in the back of your mind, at least, just like I do, that any day I could get that phone call, right? Any day I could call and not get an answer, and then find out, you know, a week later, get that phone call a week later, or, you know, anything I say to her could be the last thing I say to her. So I do have that hanging over my head, and it's just part of life, right? You can't get away from it. I'm at the age where my parents die. You know, it's that simple. Now it may now if I'm lucky, it'll happen 10 or 20 years from now. But, you know, if I'm unlucky, it happens tomorrow. Maybe, you know, it happens when it's supposed to happen. And that's something else I've been trying to be acceptance about. It's hard though. It's hard. You know, I am so grateful, though. It makes me really grateful that my parents have been a big, positive part of my life, especially my adult life. You know, and that's all I'll say there. I'm very grateful that I have a relationship with my mother and father today, and that they're still around. And you know, I know I'm all over the place here, guys, but like I said, you guys, between my mom and my dad, you guys I consider you guys family. I really do. I know that sounds really corny and cheesy, and you probably snickered at other YouTubers have said that. I get it. But really, man, like, those of you that have been around all this time, man, I can't put a price on what you've done for me. So, you know what? If my numbers tank, my numbers tank. I know you guys will still be around. And that's what matters. That's really what matters. You know, and this is the crazy thing. You know, I get so twisted about this stuff, but my numbers have never been negative. I've never been negative. To this day. Through everything. The blood clot. The health problems. These past 3 months. I'm still growing. Even now. I mean, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for proving the asshole, that asshole voice in my head that tells me I'm not good enough. Thank you for proving that guy wrong every day. I really appreciate it. I know, a big speech, right? Big speech. But I've just, you know, I just hope today, moving forward, I can turn over a new leaf here. I already kind of am. And we can get on with it and just have some fun. You know, fuck the numbers. Fuck all this other stuff. Fuck the expectations and what other people say. You know, let's just have some fun. Let's just chill out and just do what interests me. You know, what interests us. I think is really more important than those numbers, because that algorithm is going to do whatever the hell it does. There is no formula to it. There really isn't, guys. I have done a video kind of about it, but I think I was going to do a more polished video at some point. Really just hammering home and pointing out that nobody fucking knows what the algorithm does. Nobody knows. Nobody knows the secret. There is no secret code. The only people that know are YouTube, and they're not telling nobody. So, you know what? And they're not going to. Unless the government forces them. So, you know, which that probably ain't going to happen either. So, nobody knows anything when it comes to how to get a viral video. I don't care who they are. I don't care how many subscribers they have. That has been my experience. Watching them, watching my own experience also. You know, I've had videos where I put my heart and soul into them. I made them really high quality, and they were dead on arrival. What I mean by dead on arrival is they've got no views. They've just flatlined. They got no views. They got no exposure. They got no impressions. Nothing. The numbers were just not there. Dead off. And the title was okay. Title was okay. Thumbnail wasn't any different. Whatever reason, you can never predict it. It's 100% RNG. This whole thing, because see, people are RNG. You cannot predict people. Even as a whole, people are chaotic. They're like herding cats. I am not going to think the same way as my neighbor next door. We're going to have completely different values. We're going to have completely different priorities and different outlooks on life. Those are just two people. And then you get a group of people. In fact, I don't even know how we have civilization sometimes, to be honest. I've thought about this. It's like, man, people are like herding cats. How the hell do we have civilization? I mean, some doomers would argue, oh, you know, well, a lot of bloodshed and nastiness and all this stuff. It's like, I don't want to get into that. I'm done with that shit. But really, I guess it's just working together and having boundaries, really, when it comes down to it. You know. But anyway, I think I'm done rambling, guys. I think I made my point. This is a breath of fresh air. It felt good to finally get this off my chest. You know, I've been holding this in. I've been, you know, expectation, man, they kill, dude. They are absolute killers. Expectations, dude. And I'm absolutely done with it. So, it was good to stream today, guys. You know, I do want to say something I do want to try to commit to is when I'm up to it, when I feel like it, I will stream regardless of what game I'm playing. Just to let you guys see what I'm doing, okay? And I will make a thumbnail for it and everything. It'll look nice title, you know. So that, yeah. So again, in short, am I done making Stellaris videos? No. Am I done focusing on Stellaris? Yes, 100%. I'm done focusing all of my resources on Stellaris. All of my videos, all my releases. I am not just going to release Stellaris anymore. You're going to see streams from Satisfactory. You're going to see streams from this game. You're going to see streams from these other games I play. I don't care what numbers they get. You're going to see streams. You're going to see videos from those when I feel like it. And you'll see Stellaris also. Okay? You'll see Stellaris also. You'll see that tutorial video. That is going to come out. I did the voice work for it. I am going to come out with it. Otherwise, it's a total waste. So when I'm up to it, which may be when I come back to America, it may be tomorrow. I don't know. Like I said, no more schedules, no more predictions, no more expectations. We're just going to roll with this shit. Whatever I decide to do, we're going to do it. And numbers be damned. Numbers are not going to be a factor. Results are not going to be a factor. If I have to sit there with no views, no concurrent viewers, I will still stream it until I don't feel like streaming anymore. You know? So that's how we're going to roll from now on. And I'm going to take those streams and I'm going to download them instead of using my OBS to record stuff off screen. I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm just going to take the streams off here, my gameplay streams. I'm going to load it up and I'm going to pick out the good parts and make videos out of it. You know, yeah, it'll take a little bit of time to sift through them, but so will, you know, recording off camera. I'd much rather get views, some views and revenue, some, you know, and get some engagement, get you guys entertained, and record all at the same time. You know, now obviously, and that's the other reason I need to do this, and I need to stream more, is because the more I stream, the better I'm going to get at it automatically. But if I don't stream, if I'm not streaming all the time, I'm not going to ever get good at it. And my dream of someday being the next, insert the big streamer name that I'm not going to mention. You know, you can take a guess who they are. You know, one in particular. But my dreams of being a rock star streamer will never come true if I don't work at it. You know, so this is me starting that journey. And, you know, so anyway, with that, thanks guys. I'll see you next time. 13, man, you make me want to stay. You really do. But again, I'm not going to let the numbers make my decisions anymore. So to you 13 guys that are watching me, thank you. Thank you for your watch time and your view. If you like my stuff, you know what to do. We've been telling you for 10 or 20 years or however long you've been watching YouTube. You know, like, subscribe, all that crap. You know, if you want to support my channel, if you want to invest in it, we got memberships. You know, there's a join button that exists. And whatever backlog I come up with, and I will try to make a backlog, like I said, but I can't promise anything. Just know that going in. But yeah, any backlog I have, you will see it. You will get to see it first before anybody else. And we'll do member-only events and shit once we have enough members. I just want to get the community going. It's really cheap, $5. That's it. That gets your foot in the door. We'll talk later if we have enough people. If they want, you know, if you guys want more tiers, or if it seems appropriate, then we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But right now, I just want to get the community going. The members we have, by the way, thank you to the members that we do have. We do have a few members. You know, they're trickling in, so that's great too. Anyway, that's my pitch for all of that. And you guys have a great night or day wherever you are in the world. Take care.